to another edition of the C3 Friday Free For All, the show for Panthers fans by Panthers fans. You already know what it is. If you would like to be a part of the show and join the show, the link is in the description. If you would like to join via Streamyard, in the chat box, it is in the links in the description of the YouTube video and the Facebook video. Sorry, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. StreamYard was playing tricks on your boy, you know. Thanks to Joe Biden. Jesus. Anyway, whatever. Let's get on with this show. Listen, man, we have a bunch of really incredible coaching hires to talk about. And you know that we're going to do it with your favorite freaks from the Friday Free For All. First up, that man's driving a car, dude, and he always is. It's Nick, my favorite masshole. What's up?
What up, bro? You know, just hanging out on a Friday, playing some Forza, laughing at Cody while he fucks up the stream. It's a good Friday. Pretty good.
Yeah, well, just remember that you're Mr. Static Man, who is always incurring static every time he comes on. I think it's your car. Your car is providing static to your microphone. I don't know what it is, but
is it doing it again on you, Cody?
Yeah, it is. It certainly is. But whatever. I blame you. No, come back in and come back out, and we'll get you back in here. Next up, you know him and love him. He's your favorite opinionated pickle. It's Panther Pickle. Pickle, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm doing pretty good. Let's talk something else besides quarterback. We can beat each other up all day about quarterbacks. And before he gets in here, I want to say, G baby, shut up.
Yeah, G baby.
Facts.
Yeah, G baby. Pay people that 100 you owe, man. Telling that man, he was still trying to place $100 bets with me on Twitter today. I'm like, bro,
he was telling me, put money on it. Put money on it and pay.
Yeah, I'm like,
and
dude,
you owe everybody in C3 money, still ain't paid up.
Yeah, you don't have the best track record for $100 bets right now, but you know he's excited about Bryce Young, like a lot of people. But hey, man, we'll get into it. Next up, he's a legend of the Tuesday night cat calls line. You know him as the Supreme One, the leader himself. Mike, what's up, brother?
What's going on? How's everybody feeling?
Feeling good, man. Happy to have you back on a Friday. It's been too long, dude.
Yeah, man. You know, finally got a stable work at home job, and I'll make an announcement here, just like I did earlier. Your boy's having a baby girl.
Oh shit! Nice. Congratulations, man. Dude, I'm proud of you, man. You know?
W's in the chat.
Yeah, W's in the chat, man. Shout out to my man Mike, gonna be a father to a brand new baby girl. Hey, man, she's gonna melt your heart, dude. So prepare yourself now, man. Keep pounding, brother.
Got you, man. I got you.
It appears as though you already did, but congratulations on that as well, man. You're the man, dude. You're the man. Next up, I got my man Anthony on the show. Anthony's getting ready to start his own podcast. Anthony, what's up, brother?
What is up, everybody? W's in the chat for Supreme Leader. That's awesome. But yeah, man, happy to be here. We'll be starting my own channel. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a long process. But yeah, glad to be here on this Friday. So yeah.
Nice. Happy to have you back, man. It's always a great conversation when you're a part of it. Next up, we got my man JJ in the building. JJ, what's up?
What's up, everyone? Hope y'all having a great Friday, ready for this weekend. Pickle is right. We should try and not fight about a quarterback today.
I mean, we're gonna try, but
we probably will, though.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do it anyway, you know, because that's what we do. That's what we do on the Friday Free For All. We argue about quarterbacks. And next up, I saved him for last because he's last, dude. It's White Chocolate Espresso. White Chocolate, what's up?
Oh,
no,
and he's muted. Oh, there he is.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Cool. What's up?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. What's up? God,
What's
So
up?
all I
What's
got.
down? Everybody says, "What's up? What's
So
down?"
cringe.
Maybe you don't want to know what's up.
Typical South Carolina fan, dude.
You're the one who couldn't get the stream to work, dumbass.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, he can't help. He from Clemson.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't know how to use Stream. They don't teach you how to use StreamYard at Clemson University. But whatever, man. Listen, this is the Friday free for all. If you would like to join the show, link is in the description. Link is in the chat box. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Gentlemen, let's roll. We're going to talk about these coaches, but I always try to start with a little bit of news to lead off the show. And that's what we're going to do. Fitterer has been working. And the first bit of work that my man has put in is the Panthers have restructured Austin Corbett and are going to save nearly $6 million in cap space this year. This is a big deal. Me and Tony got into a fight on the Tuesday show a few weeks ago, and I told him Suleiman and Fitterer are going to figure out ways to open up the book. They're going to, work the voodoo and make the salary cap dollars appear out of nowhere. Boys, how you feeling? You think our front office can muster up some quality free agent dollars?
I still agree with Tony. It just feels like we never have money.
Yeah.
We just never do. We always got to do something like this. I mean, like, we're never like the Saints, but, like, we still always are, like, -10, -5. Got to do a little bit of readjusting, and then it leads to nothing.
Well, so my question is what did we do? Did we push more of the money into next season? Because don't we have him for this season and then next season and that's it? Or did we sign him?
Yes, he's a free agent in 2025. So I'm assuming that they push the money to next season, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I'm not 100% on it either, but I do know that generally when you restructure, you're kicking that can down the road. So whatever you're not paying Austin Corbett this year, you're basically pushing it off down the road. Now, hopefully you'll have some other contracts that you'll be able to maybe renegotiate at the time. But one of my questions is, do you think that this is just to open up some free agency dollars, or is there a particular player that they're trying to get enough money for, a la Brian Burns, who's due to get paid pretty big time?
I was going to say Foreman.
Foreman?
Like have enough money for Foreman to resign him.
Maybe it's for Bozeman.
They've come out and they've said that they're going to try to make Foreman the priority. I forget who it was that said it, but it was somebody on the offensive side.
I think it's Deuce.
Yeah. And we shouldn't we? I mean, dude, Bozeman, in my opinion, if I'm GM, knowing that he's going to be cheaper than Brian Burns, I'm getting him done right now. Like, I'm doing Bozeman literally before I do anything else. Bradley Bozeman just had a baby. Congrats to him and his wife not too long ago. But yeah, they're a great part of the community and they want to be here. I would definitely make that happen. But I don't know. Something tells me that this is going to be a very interesting free agent year for the Panthers. I really think that they're going to be aggressive and go and get more of those explosive type of players that Scott Fitterer talked about in his press conference a few weeks ago. Maybe another receiver, maybe some guys along the defensive line. I would love that, to have another defensive tackle or another defensive end. But we're freeing up space at the right time. They can do this also to DJ Moore and Taylor Moton and continue to make some more cap space, so it doesn't seem like the last domino to fall.
I mean, all our big free agents last year, they're pretty cheap. Like Foreman was cheap, Bradley Bozeman was cheap, Corbett was kind of cheap.
Yeah, they're all pretty cheap. Go ahead.
I mean, the thing is, we just signed DJ last year, and we're already restructuring him. Like, at what point? I'm almost questioning now. As far as what our signings are, like, is Scott Fitterer just trying to set us up to win today, and then basically be what the Rams are going to end up being this year. I mean, let's face it, the Rams have taken a huge step back. I don't think we're going to take a step back, but it's like, how long can we keep kicking this bucket down the road?
The Rams had a few more problems in cap space. It was lack of depth, injuries to their main players, and the offensive line, I feel like that's why they weren't necessarily good, because everything they based on offense was structured around through the offensive line play.
Yeah.
Whether you protect Stafford or run the ball. My fault.
But that's
and
based
it
off
also
of what you just said, dude, though. It sounds exactly like us minus the offensive line issues.
Yeah, but it does kind of seem like the trend now that if you want to pay a player, do it now. And even if it's an expensive contract, you can restructure that contract and then get that money a little bit cheaper up front and backload the contract. So, for example, it's not going to surprise me if they sign Brian Burns and then they're restructuring his contract relatively soon right after they do it. It's kind of just like what you do in the NFL now, it feels like.
I mean, look what Jacksonville gave up for, what was that receiver?
Christian Kirk.
Yeah, last year. And look what we paid DJ. Like, get him signed early, cheaper.
Yeah. So listen,
DJ was probably going to get that kind of money regardless. And when you look at everyone else's contract, it's still just right, if we're being honest,
Yeah, I thought
he gave two the right amount.
Yeah. And how about that? A rare Tony Dunn has popped up on the Friday Free For All. Tony, what's up, brother?
What the hell was that?
Yo, are you saying something? I can't hear you if you're talking.
What's good? How y'all doing?
Yeah, there you go. There's
Yeah.
that love. What's up?
What up, Tony?
Great.
Chilling, man. Going back to my roots today. Trying to make a little extra cash on the side. Went back and worked with my dad for the day, like back in the when you were young, where you had the family and the career, honest, hard labor.
Yeah,
so I'm having a good day, man. It was actually nice. It's kind of nice to go back to your roots.
Yeah. But was the weather nice where you are? Like
it was. What's not nice is standing on people's roofs and shit like that. Though that's scary as fuck.
Dude.
I hate roofs. He's like, get up there, boy. He's still doing that shit. No, it was great. Good day, man. Good day. The Carolina Panthers have assembled a elite squad of coaches.
Yes.
Nick's over there driving. Are you driving are you playing one of those hardcore racing games?
Oh, yeah, dude. I picked up a racing simulator a little while back.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
It's fun to mess around on, dude.
And, did I tell you guys? Did you tell them any of the new? Well, you don't really care about it. I care about it. Did you tell them about?
No, not yet. I saw the one-word response that you were given, but
hey, that's So we got in an argument where I had to teach my little baby brother over here about one of our crushes back in the day, David Geddes. I think I got him coming on the podcast, guys.
Really? Wow,
Nice.
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm stoked about it.
Nice. No, man, dude, that ought to be cool. We need to get more Panthers players coming on the C3 podcast. But I want to jump into these coaches. And, hey, it's the free-for-all, so I'm going to let y'all jump in on whoever wants it. I don't know if you've all gotten a chance to listen to the and by the way, I'm talking to everyone in the chat room, too. If you've gotten a chance to listen to all the new coaches, out of all the new hires, which one is your favorite thus far? Is there a specific coach that the Panthers have hired that you've listened to and you're like, oh, yeah, this dude, I can get behind this dude? Who is it?
Easily Deuce. Easily Deuce.
All right, go ahead, Mike. Tell me about Deuce Staley. Why do you like him?
Easily Deuce. Well, I live down here in close to the Columbia area. I see Dawn, the way she handles her team down here, got him number one. And just watching his press conference, man, they made him associate head coach. He's got a lot of confidence. He brings a lot of energy. I think that's what we need down here after 5-6 losing seasons so far.
Yeah. He had a great
Steve
energy.
Wilkes brought.
Yeah. He had a great energy about him. He was already kind of making jokes with David Newton.
See,
So
I didn't get to watch it. I didn't get to watch it. Somebody brought it up that they asked him if he was going to be commuting, and he was like, "Well, you got the car, you got the gas." David Newton. He's like, "Don't you know who I am? I'm the guy that asked these questions, Deuce."
But dude, it also lets you know that the Panthers organization prepares them for the different beat reporters. Like, hey, Dave Newton's going to be there, and he's probably going to ask you some off the wall questions. Be prepared. Yep. And I think he kind of spotted him because the first time Dave Newton asked the question, he was like, Dave Newton, like almost like, so you're the guy they told me about. Yeah.
I like what he told you. Well, I think it was Sheena. What she told Sheena.
Yeah.
Sheena said, we heard all about how excited and upbeat you was. And he goes, well, honey, I am. Or he said, I am, but between the lines. I can be up all you want to, but as long as it's between the lines.
Everybody said the Deuce Staley sounds like a future head coach, that he has that kind of temperament, that he has that kind of bravado about him, where he just sounds like a guy that you want to run through a wall with. And by the way, he even said that verbatim. He's like, I don't want you to run through a wall for me. I want you to run through a wall with me. I love that, man.
He was a great football player, dude. He was a really good football player. I'm with Nine Lives Keel. I'm with Nine Lives Keel. I like the Caldwell. I love Caldwell, man. That guy's just so smart. I just want to hang out with him and be like, can you teach me football?
I want to hang out with him and be like, can you teach me life?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We would be far more successful, wouldn't we be?
Oh, yeah.
Teach you what your illegitimate father never finished teaching.
Exactly. I always wanted.
Yeah. No, dude, he really is awesome. And I am going to play some clips here in a second, Risby. Just going to continue to get everyone's opinion on who they like the most. I tell you what, I was very impressed with Thomas Brown as well. I really felt like, it's when you listen to Matt Rule, and especially now, it's easy to pick up on that being a guy who didn't know what he was doing. Whereas out of all the coaches I listened to, Brown seemed to be the one that had the most of a plan. Like him and Ruggiero, to me, they sounded very focused, kind of even keel type of guys. They seem to have a really great temperament, but you get the feel like these dudes know what they're talking about when it comes to offense and defense. So, yeah, for me, it's probably Thomas Brown.
I don't think I know that it is like a revisionist, so we want to go back and feel like, we should have seen it and things, and now it's easy to see. Hindsight's 2020 type thing. But I don't think they really knew football. Like really, really knew football, like so much. These guys feel like, I'm like, good God, these guys really understand football.
Yeah, I agree, Tony.
You remember how last year we were talking about how many years of coaching experience we had, and how we were like, oh yeah, it's like 8. I forget what number we came out with. It was like 80 years or something like that, and we were all impressed by it. And now it's like 266. Yeah, it's like this is insane.
Yeah, and even and I think this is I think it's real neat to see to the young and the old guys that have relationships, like Ajiro Evero and Dom Capers, and how that I think that shows that A, they respect their mentors, and B, the mentors respect them. So I went to a Carolina Hurricanes game last week with and I go with these ECU professors every year, but I go with my mentor when I was in college. And I have a respect for him in everything he does because he was so helpful to me. He was so good at his job, but then he also has a real confidence in me. you know, and I think that when you find those relationships, and I see a lot of people that have relationships, but maybe they're not always as authentic as that. And these feel authentic. They feel more authentic than Don Capers' hair.
Oh, dude, come on. That dude. Listen, I don't care if
he got better hair now than he did when he was our head coach.
I love it. His head of hair doesn't quit.
Thing, Tony. I thought when he was head coach before, I don't think he had hair look like that.
You know, Dom Capers goes to a black barber, bro. He gets his shit's crispy, bro. He got the chalk line. He come out there like, the brothers, they be coming out and they leave the chalk around the beard and they're, they keep it off.
Yeah.
Like that's Dom Capers be rocking. I bet you he be hanging out at the barbershop.
No, if he's on the sideline, that hair's gonna leak like Giuliani.
Dude, I tell you what. They said that they got them incredible hair transplant surgeries now. And let me tell you, that dude, his hair, he might have the best head of hair out of any coach right now, man. That dude is just...
The players are going to be asking to switch the turf with Dom Capers' hair. It'd probably be safer.
Dude, that's great. But, Riz B was asking for a little bit of Deuce Staley. This is Deuce versus David Newton, round 1.
I don't know. You got a truck on the bar? You want to pay for some gas? You asked for it, please. I'm trying to ask you. What you got for me?
You don't want him helping.
He sounded like he wants to.
You heard Joe Person. He said you don't want him helping you.
Huh? Let me get that card. You got that old money.
Aw, poor David.
Who's the bigger Staley in Columbia?
Darn. Do we?
One more. If you're the hammer, what is Thomas? Because Thomas seemed to have a lot more energy than you did.
Oh, did he? That's good. That means there'll be two of us out there having a lot of energy. Good try. It doesn't matter, man. We all got it. I'm gonna ask you, do you have energy when you come out there on the field? All right.
I haven't got a nickname for him yet, but
I'll get a nickname for you.
Oh, God.
I'll get a nickname for you. I love it. I want to hear more banter between Deuce Staley and David Newton. I think that's a beautiful relationship in the making. You don't like that, Tony? I thought that was awesome.
Oh, no, I don't dislike it, but I like David Newton. I'm one of the few people in the world that likes David Newton. I root for him. I think people are hard on him. And I feel like this is Deuce is, he knows he's the white guy who's trying to be cool. And he's just like razzing, like he should be a little, I don't know. I don't dislike it. Like I'm not off put by Deuce Staley in this. It's just I'm rooting for David. I'm rooting for him.
But I think like if you're gonna be a coach and you're gonna have a reporter like David Newton, you might as well develop like a friendly little back and forth relationship with him. I don't know. I thought it was cool. I didn't think it was mean or anything, but I think
it wasn't.
Deuce, yeah. I mean, I really like how Deuce carries himself. Last clip I'll play of Deuce Staley. This is him inviting Sheena Quick up on the podium to do the T drill.
Yeah.
And not that agile with his foot, with being on his toes, not practice. No, I can't show you. Oh, okay.
No.
Wait till he sees her booty. He's gonna be asking her to come up there again.
God, dude.
Bro, he already saw it.
Dude. Oh boy, man. I tell you what, man. He did have the best energy out of all the coaches. I felt like he. I don't know. He just had a real positive vibe around him. And hey, you know who else has a positive vibe? The voice that makes them moist, Codizzle Allen. What's up, brother?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing this evening?
What's up, buddy?
It's a real Friday free for all now.
We got the whole crew.
The whole crew, all the freaks are out today. I like that.
Freaks come out at night.
Yeah, man, that's it. CK, how you feeling about this coaching staff and which one so far? I don't know if you've gotten a chance to listen to all of them, but
I've
which one
watched
so
all of them.
far?
And
Yeah.
how can you not like Deuce Staley?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the
He's
dude
the
is
man.
like, he's just so real. And like,
He is.
the thing, I will say this much. I love our female reporters, but you can tell a difference when these girls, like the tone these girls have, when they find a guy that they would like be all right with, like marrying.
Yeah.
Like you see
Yeah.
some of these, like you hear the tone that they have, and you're just like, okay, you know what they want. Like you could tell just based on the tone of their voice, dude. It changes so drastically with some of these
But
guys.
I also think just in general, like I was saying, or we were saying last Tuesday, Panther fans are so excited right now because of the coaching staff. And I feel like this coaching staff is aware of that. And that's even, gone to the media as well. Like it's just, there's a better vibe, a better feeling around this organization now, even when it comes to media members asking questions.
Right. I know it's certainly feels a lot more laid back than maybe it had in years past, but I'm not gonna complain about it, man. It's exciting, man, to have some things to talk about, some coaches that are bringing energy that we haven't seen in quite a while, if we're being honest with ourselves. So I'm stoked. I think all of these guys knocked it out of the park with their initial interview with us or with the media.
I'm still trying to find my Deuce Stanley South Carolina jersey.
Oh, that's gonna be epic, man! If you can rock that. It's like when I pull out the Steve Berline jersey. People that have watched the Panthers for a long time are always like, "Oh, that's so hot." And I have my best jersey in my closet is a Lawrence Taylor at UNC Chapel Hill jersey, and
Nice.
yeah, and I don't even know how I got it. Like I must have got. I mean, I got it somehow a long time ago. And it's just like one of those Deuce Staley, South Carolina. That's a fucking gem. I think CK's right, guys. Did anybody disappoint? I think like we just got to meet some of these guys too. Like we haven't ever. I mean, maybe like we don't know this Thomas Brown guy or anything like that, and he's walking around talking about quarterbacks and stuff.
Yeah,
and you're like,
I was just about to play the clip.
Yeah, it's just like they just all are impressive.
Yeah, and so this is the clip that has Twitter buzzing as to what type of quarterback he could be talking about, if he's talking about one specifically, which none of these coaches are speaking of a specific player. But this was Thomas when asked about what he wants from the quarterback position.
Got to have great intangibles from a mental capacity standpoint. Want to have a great leader be able to step into that huddle, to have that pocket presence, that mentality as well. But obviously, a natural throw of the ball, which is kind of key and critical. Because if not, I could play quarterback if it didn't have to come with that. But I think you can talk about different metric numbers when it comes to size and build, which a lot of QBs, like a lot of players, come in different sizes and shapes. But think about it, got to be like a point guard mentality. Be a facilitator, get the ball to your playmakers, and then when it comes time to go play Superman on third down, 2-minute red zone, go be Superman.
So a point guard who can be Superman on third down. Again, very kind of relative, but again, let me just ask this as a broad general question. Does that say any one quarterback to any of you, or is this just what every offensive coordinator in the NFL wants from their quarterback?
It sounds very
Probably
generic.
more so that.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't sound like it's just a generic. I mean, they're not going to get out and say, "Oh, we like this person." A lot of people can read into it, and it's their prerogative to do that. I wouldn't myself. I tried not to read into things because it just, some people on Twitter was saying, "Oh, it sounds like Bryce Young." Well, when I hear the word Superman, I think of Cam Newton Superman, and I don't see Bryce Young running up the middle on third down.
You and Legacy Lynn think alike. You and Legacy Lynn in the chat room think alike. Superman, Cam like.
That's
maybe it's still Richardson. Maybe
that's because we're Panther fans, though. He's not thinking in that context. He's thinking in the
right.
I assume he's thinking in the context of the Superman that Patrick Mahomes is, where it's like we have 44 seconds left. We're down 7, and we're still going to win this fucking game.
The
like,
guy where you
We
want
got
the
13
ball in
seconds
his hand.
left.
I want to say this is that when he talks about the natural throw of the football, that almost suggests that they're not as interested in project passers, like guys that guys that are a little bit more, and I don't know, maybe Josh Allen is the guy that's going to break the mold, because you started to think he wasn't a good thrower of the football when he was in a first year or whatever. And then his college percentage was so low. But they said his college coach was like, have you gone and watched? Like, he was just blistering these things and hitting these receivers in the chest, and they weren't catching them. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem like – it seems like the guy needs to be more than athletic. He needs to be a real quarterback.
Yeah, and shout out to Jake the Snake FSU. He said, man, just wanted to say much love to y'all. Hope everyone's having a great Friday night. Keep pounding with the $4.99 love bomb. Appreciate you, Jake the Snake. Yeah, Tony, I agree. It sounded very general to me. It sounded like, I want the guy on third down who you want the ball in his hands when the game is on the line. The guy that can make the incredible plays a la Patrick Mahomes, like you said. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it sounded so general to me. It's like, who doesn't want that?
Isn't that what makes the greats, though? Isn't the difference between the greats and the okay quarterbacks the it factor in that, is that every quarterback in the NFL can make the throws?
Kirk Cousins check down in the playoff game.
Yeah, right.
Some more than others.
No, I mean, like, every quarterback in the league is among the top percentage of football players in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So is
Zach
that
Wilson?
But like, it's like, do you have it's like, what's the difference between Montana and, Jared Goff? One guy, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, I guess, is it really just that winning factor? I mean, what made Tom Brady the guy? It's not that he was physically superior to anybody. He just had it.
Yeah, he just won in every big moment. But I think Thomas Brown was just giving a general statement of, he said someone asked him in the press conference what kind of quarterback you're looking for. He's like, I'm just looking for a really good quarterback. So I think he was describing, the top of the league is who they want at quarterback. I mean, anyone would say that. So I think it's just more of a generalization statement.
Yeah. I think I have that clip that you were just speaking of, Anthony. Let me see if this is it.
What quarterback would you like to see here?
A good one.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of different guys that kind of come in all shapes and sizes. But to me, again, it's an ongoing conversation. We had some great dialogue the last couple of days. Fourth day on the job. So, again, it's about who fits into this system, being a selfless from a mentality standpoint, but also having a point guard mentality. So being able to distribute the ball to your playmakers, and on third down, red zone, 2 minute, go play Superman. So
that's the second time you mentioned Superman.
He looks so young. Like like his mom took his first day on the job picture before he went to work.
Looks just like a teacher that I had in high school, Mr. Brewer. He looks exactly like him, but that's just for me. But he does look kind of young.
Are any of y'all just like trying to hold back some excitement and energy when it comes to these coaches? Because like, I really hope it translates to the season, Because if we start off like 0-3, 0-4, it feels like a lot of fans will be quick to, turn on them.
Well,
And
that is a
I don't
good
know, I'm
question,
just
JJ.
worried.
Like, that is a good question, JJ. How long of a leash does this new coaching staff have? Like, it's going to take time to gel, to get things in the right order. Like, are we expecting to hit the ground running? Because I feel like that's what everybody's mindset is with this coaching staff. There's no reason for this team to not pick up where it left off at the end of last season.
And Frank Reich's team's notorious.
Except for one reason, the defense. Okay, the defense, a lot of our players are going to be the same on the defense. Okay, and we are going from a 4-3 to a 3-4. They've already came out and said that there's going to be a learning curve to it. Okay, I forget which podcast it was that I listened to, but they were going into it saying how it's probably going to be a rough start for the defense, just because they need to get used to the 3-4. But then once they get gelling, once they get humming, we'll be good to go. Okay, so my guess is the worst that we're going to do without Tepper being completely pissed and something changing is probably like 2-4, maybe 2-5. But that is worst case scenario. Like, Cody, like you've heard me say before, Frank has to win this year. We have to hit the playoffs. We don't hit the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised if he's already out the door.
Well, it depends upon how bad we do, honestly.
But you got to look at the rest of the division. Okay, the Bucs don't have a quarterback. The Falcons are the Falcons, and the Saints have no cap space. Okay, and they also don't have a quarterback.
It also depends who's our quarterback.
Yeah, that's
this is why I said, I really hope Tepper gives Reich some time, because he said that he wants some sustained success, and you can't judge sustained success off one season. But I think you're right, JJ. I think it really does matter who the quarterback is. Sorry to cut you off, CK.
No, you're fine. I basically am saying the same thing. I mean, as far as the quarterback, I think, the part of it that people are going to fail to remember, especially if we don't move up from one, is we're going to get a guy who might need to sit a year, right? And so that's why I think that there is a real chance that if things don't work out the way that the plan is for them to work out, meaning they can't move up, meaning the guy that they want's off the board when they are there to pick at 9, then I think that there's, I think Tepper is going to be somewhat reasonable in understanding that that's the case. I mean, you cannot have given Matt Rule the leash you gave him and then come in here and fire Reich after 1 year.
Yeah.
Unless it's just
that's a fact.
You can when you start paying people double or however much more Tepper was paying them.
Right, but who is he going to replace?
The structure of their contracts, it says a lot, but we don't know that. But you also got to think he's still playing some of the coaches from Matt Rule era. So he could still be, if he fires all of these, he'll be paying them. There's a point when he has to stop and say, okay, maybe I need to give them more time, because, we'll be starting. This team's, with the exception of one lame season, we haven't run a 3-4 since before John Fox.
And depending on,
there's a learning curve between everything. I just don't think they're going to fire him after 1 year.
And depending on who we get on quarterback in the free agency market, even if that quarterback's not ready to start, he might have to.
And at the same time, that you're right. And at the same time, though, if I don't think they're going to fire their coaches, but if we fail to have a successful season, do not be shocked if some front office people are let go.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. I have zero fear that it's going to be any way that could be that bad.
I think we're 8.
Yeah,
I think
I really think we're going to be good this year.
Confidence is all-time high right now.
Well, I'm not saying it's going to be like a great team automatically, but I just think that this coaching staff, the floor is so much higher. It's high. Our floor right now is higher than Matt Rule's ceiling was. I think the real concern is just as what happens after 3 years if you're not 13-4. I think that you're expecting this staff to really put together teams that are going to be like Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, I just don't really feel like. Kev said, it's like 8-8 or 8-9. Right? I feel like that's almost a given. I just feel like this staff with the team we've had for the last 2 years could have done far better job than what we've had.
Okay, but
that's another reason why.
Don't you think that's enough to beat out the rest of the division?
It did this year. Yeah.
Yes, I do think it is enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that goes back to what I was saying before. It's either playoffs or something big is going to happen.
Well, it also
not going to deal with it.
The Falcons get Lamar.
Shout out to JT in the chat who made a good comment. He said that remember the base defense is, they even the head coach Frank said the base defense is going to be 3-4, but the rest of the defense is going to be multiple. So you don't necessarily know. It may be the same similar defenses that we've been running when we go into nickel and dime, but we don't know that.
Yeah. And I hear what Tony's saying, though. Like, I really have no fear of that. And also, the part of the reason I don't feel like David Tepper is going to be quick to move on, he's not going to do better than he did this year. Like, literally, how are you going to go and get another staff with anyone that is, more tenured or more up and coming in the NFL than the class that he just signed? It's like, to me, and I put this on Twitter, to me, it's like, I expected the Panthers to have a good coaching hire. Never in my wildest imagination did I think that we would be ranting and raving about almost every single hire that we've made, from Deuce Staley to Jim Caldwell to Thomas Brown. Like, they have knocked this out of the park in a way that I didn't envision them doing.
And
so,
to be honest, Cody, I would say my biggest worry is not, how we perform next year. It's really if we can keep our coaches. Yeah.
That's a good problem to have, though.
The good news, in my opinion, is, like, let's talk about the fact that we might lose Thomas Brown after 1 year, right? Well, if we do, Deuce is back there on the back end, ready to go and take over, right?
Right.
Like, he might get another job.
Right. Or let's not forget the passing game coordinator too. He called plays in. I can't remember the guy's name. He called plays with the Colts before. So
yeah.
Also kept
Look at the Eagles right now.
Yeah, but they're all young guys that are trying to make their names. We have, I think the real benefit is that you'll have, you just have Caldwell. I don't think Caldwell is gonna. I feel like he's missed the head coaching cycle window. Yeah. So hey, I mean, worst case scenario, it could be Frank Reich and Caldwell together. But we have that confidence that Reich. I mean, isn't this the benefit of having the offensive coach? Is that you can weather those storms?
Staley was up for some head coaching jobs.
Calling plays too. Frank Wright talked about that in his. We played it on Tuesday. He's like, I know eventually at some point I'm going to relinquish the play calling. The responsibilities, but it didn't seem like that was something he wanted to do. So that tells me that Frank Reich, if he's the one calling plays, I mean, maybe, I don't know, just me thinking out loud, maybe it'll be a little bit harder for Thomas to get that job, that OC job, because he wasn't calling plays. Like, look at what we've been arguing about Eric Bieniemy. Does he call plays? Is it just Andy Reid in that offense? Like, what's actually, who's actually the one calling the shots there? I did want to play this one clip from Thomas Brown, and this is him talking about the identity of our offense and how he wants the Panthers basically to behave on offense and what our identity is going to be.
Being physical at all 11 positions. That for myself, and it's small for the staff, it's really kind of a non-negotiable when it comes to how I approach our attack to the game. Number two was a team that would not beat themselves. Oftentimes, as we know, more games are lost than they are won. So turnovers, eliminating the penalties, and also doing a really good job of understanding how to have great clarity so we don't have misassignments on offense. And the last thing is about identifying on our offense the playmakers, right? Find, exploit, and win matchups. That's kind of identity-wise. But philosophy-wise, if you ask me, I kind of break it down as far as number one is the ball is the issue. So taking great care of the football, that's the ball carriers, the offensive line being involved up front, the tailback from a play pass protection standpoint, but also receivers being where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there as far as route distribution goes. Number two is everything starts up front. That physical mentality again, how we're kind of building upon what those guys did last year, camping that crew. Did a really good job of setting the tone mentality-wise, and everything kind of builds off of that system as far as the keepers, the play pass, and obviously the drop back game as well. Number three would end up being the losing of complexity. So marrying the run the pass, trying to create chaos for the defense while keeping it simple for us is a thought process we have as an offensive staff.
That.
And then being able to do a really good job of pick and choose your spots to attack with tempo. So you got to earn the right to use tempo with early down efficiency. And finally, just that fifth point, it is situational masters. So third down first, where starts first winning first and second down, so you can be in third and manageables. With 2 minutes into the half, into the game, as well as scoring points in the red zone, so touchdowns in the red zone, as well as game plan and forming offense.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Would I take my fault?
No, go ahead, JJ. No, go ahead.
Though, is y'all remember when Teddy Bridgewater said those were the things we didn't work on? I swear, and it was very noticeable. Our 2-minute drill with Matt Rule was terrible. And our red zone offense, we were always settling for field goals.
Yeah. No, we were. But I do like what he said about the illusion of complexity. Keeping the defense on its toes, never letting them truly know what you're going to be doing. I love that. And, a lot of the people that were critical of Ben McAdoo, even though we broke some rushing records, said that our offense was too simple, that there just wasn't enough complexity to what we were doing. It was very easy to know, what we were going to do and how we were going to do it. Y'all remember early last year when that one ESPN analyst, I believe it was Dan Orlovsky, he showed that clip of Baker Mayfield and how Baker was basically signaling what the offense was going to do based on how Christian McCaffrey was lined up. Like, that's Bush League stuff, man. You can't let the defense know what you're going to be doing. It feels like Thomas Brown knows that as well, and he's going to seek to remedy that. Damn, not all that, everybody at once. And by the way, if the stream is messing up or if it's getting buggy or whatever, or you're having a hard time hearing, just let us know. We'll see what we can do. A couple people said it was kind of buggy, but I don't know. I mean, as far as Thomas Brown, I'm loving the dude.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to Ejiro Rivero real quick, but I want to use a breaking news story to kind of segue to Ejiro Rivero. Pickle, you've been posting this in the chat room that the Los Angeles Rams in the coming few days are going to trade Jalen Ramsey, who worked with our D-line coach as he was the DC, but also Ejiro Rivero. He also worked with Jalen Ramsey before. So, would you be willing to trade for Jalen Ramsey to come and be a part of the Carolina Panthers?
That is if we were to well, he also trained JC Horn in the offseason, his rookie year. But I don't know. See, when going back to contracts and like people are asking why we have no money, I mean, we have a lot of people on big deals. So I don't know how we would be able to afford his cap hit. I think it's like second amongst cornerbacks. If we could, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. You have two man-to-man cornerbacks. You can blitz a crap ton. Like that. That's what Avero is trying to build the defense on. I would say if we never signed Dante Jackson, and we probably could. I don't know.
No, yeah, I mean,
if we can figure out the cap space, because the cap right now, his cap space is $17 million. So I mean, if we traded for him, he would have to redo his cap. But his deal is all front loaded contract. He may be willing to do that because it's all front loaded, and in a front loaded contract, the last half of the deal he gets nothing. He gets very cheap. So you could, if he could redo his contract, we may make it. And if he likes his coaching staff really well, he may want to do that. But at the same time, like the other post said, and Tom Paracello commented this on Twitter, there's everybody knows that Rams have to cut or trade him. That's just going to happen. So a lot of teams will be holding back. And do we trade for him, or we just wait for him to be released and think, well, because he has connections here, he'll come here?
It's like the
Here's-
Derek Carr
here's the-
situation. It's like the Derek Carr situation, you know.
What?
Honestly-
Pickle, what are his connections to Carolina? I'd never heard those before.
I'll tell you his connections. He helped train C.J. Henderson or C.J. Horn, right? There's
Yeah,
there's
they've
photos,
trained
there's
together.
videos of him training with each other in the summertime.
To be honest with you,
where our coaching staff.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about Jalen Ramsey. My bad, bro.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
My bad, bro. I thought you were
Jalen
talking about
Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey, Evero was the secondaries coach for the Rams 2 years ago, right before he got the DC job with. So we have two coaches from the Rams, one offensive, one defensive, and then somebody said in the chat that Walsh,
Yes,
which
the
is
defensive line coach knows him pretty well.
was the defensive coordinator in Jacksonville when he was
If I'm
there.
being honest,
And,
though,
and you also got to shout out when Robert Woods was released from the Titans this week. He commented on Twitter. He said, "Where do I go next?" Immediately, Johnny Hecker, our punter, and our offensive line guard, Corbett, both commented to him. He said, "Come on down here." Now, I'm not saying that we need a tight end, but that is Johnny Woods, a veteran tight end. You know, on the
You aren't saying we need a tight
He's a
end.
wide
but I'll say it.
receiver.
No, Robert
That's
Woods
what-
is
Robert
a,
Woods.
Robert
You're
Woods
right.
is a
You're
wide
right.
receiver.
My mistake. I knew he played wide receiver. It's just
I'll be
You
honest
will
with
do.
you. I'd rather re-sign Josh Norman than get Jalen Ramsey.
What the fuck?
I think Jalen Ramsey.
What?
So
I think
No.
Ramsey's
hold on.
done.
Hey,
No.
Put down the cocaine pipe.
We'll take
Mike.
Everett.
I mean,
We
to be
can't-
fair,
I think
Jalen
We'll
Ramsey
take
got
Everett.
smoked
We'll
this
take
past
Everett as
year.
a tight end.
Listen,
Dude,
we
to be
can't
fair,
sign
Ramsey
another
in the Super
corner,
Bowl?
and we can't also keep the
Norman
defense
need a
that we
way
have.
off the Bojangles.
To be fair to his point, Jalen Ramsey did get cooked this year. Like he looked bad. You guys remember
Yeah,
how
but
Stephon Diggs made him look in that week?
Yeah, but also the Rams were a bad team. And sometimes when you're the only when you're one of the only good players
What about
on a
that
bad
Bengals Super
team,
Bowl?
everybody's play kind of goes down the hole.
Kevin,
Like,
he got-
They had
but
to
is
rely
anyone-
more on zone because they had
But
less cornerback.
was
there.
he cooked? Was he
They couldn't
cooked? Would he be
utilize him his
better?
way.
Would he be better in the Rivero system, the same system he was great in?
How old
Would
is
it
he?
be cheaper
Right.
for us?
Good
Could
point.
we
Good point,
possibly
people.
go get Gilmore now?
No,
Didn't he?
Nah,
Did
he
he
Gilmore's
got
only
not
one
do
more
a?
deal.
and
He's
One
still-
more
he's
year.
still-
in
Yeah.
the
Oh, he
Alright.
did a 2-year deal with Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
in the
here's
Super
the problem.
Bowl.
Here's the problem that we're gonna have. Okay, right now we already have to pay Brian Burns. We're either going to have to pay Derek Brown or draft his replacement or pay his replacement. We're gonna have to pay J.C. Horn soon. Our defense is about to get really, really expensive. We cannot go out there and start signing another corner.
CJ
and I don't
Henderson
think
might
you-
be
I
better
think-
than Ramsey right now.
No, stop with that nonsense. The thing
So why
about
would you want to
Ramsey is this:
sign him?
is that,
They must have
that
some good
Ramsey
young-
is going to go to a team or should benefit a team that's close. We're too, and I'm not saying that we're going to be bad, but we don't have we don't know our quarterback situation yet. So, like, do you really want to go and add a piece that's going to say, oh, this put us over the top? We can't get over the top with that piece. Like, yeah, it would be nice to have him on our team, but is
He'd
that
be way
the
too
most
expensive and
appropriate
cooked.
allocation of resources at this point? A guy
No.
who is at his prime or maybe just out of it?
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
don't
gonna
even think
lie.
he's way out of his prime, in my opinion.
Go ahead, Anthony.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, Tony has a solid point, man. Like, free agents are attracted by the quarterback. I'm not even gonna lie here. Like, that's ultimately what it comes down to.
He's going to the Bengals.
I mean, we don't know about that. I mean, is there rumors about that?
Well,
I
it
haven't seen.
depends though. Some teams some teams got some draft picks. They may give up that draft pick just to get a few years off Jalen Ramsey, comparable to if he hits free agency. If he hits free agency, that means you offer him what you want to pay him, which could be what he wants to take or it could not be.
Can I ask y'all this? Do we get too wrapped up on contracts and salary cap? Like, okay,
Yes.
do you know how many? Do you know how many people?
We have
Do you,
David
I mean, come on.
Tucker.
Are we
We'll be
are we
fine.
gonna pretend as a fan base that we weren't all unanimously bitching about CJ Henderson down the stretch. And then, literally our only other option outside of him was Keith Taylor.
Cody,
It's
you know
like,
what Rams
come on,
fans were
dude.
doing? They were bitching about Jalen Ramsey.
No, they weren't.
They were.
burned.
Like,
They
what's the
100% were.
But what's
No,
the
he was-
context
He's too expensive
behind
to
that,
be a
though?
burn. He's
Like, he
burnt
doesn't-
so he's too expensive.
Like, the dude doesn't just suck now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
If he's cheap, but he's not going to be cheap, and he's getting burned.
but again,
nah.
think
He got
about the
burnt a
other
few
pieces that are
plays
going.
in
Think
his
about the other
zone.
pieces that are going to
Not
be
a zone
around him.
corner.
Go ahead.
Look at the pieces the Rams had on defense, man.
Last year
Nothing.
they didn't
He
have
doesn't suck, dude. He doesn't suck. He doesn't suck, dude. He's still a great cornerback, but he's just not a lockdown cornerback no more. But I'm saying, like,
And you're going to have to pay him a
I can agree
lockdown
with that.
cornerback.
he can play cover 2, cover 3. He can play that.
Are you going to
let
pay
me-
him
let me-
what
let me tell you
20
this
20
way.
mil a year?
Let me tell you this
17.
out here, because since we're
Hell
talking
no.
But
about
not for
all
that
this,
price. Exactly. That's the point. That's the point.
Exactly. I'm not paying
Good
17
point. That's a
mil
good
for him.
point. Not for that price.
who do you want to pay?
Yeah, not for that.
Jalen
Not for
Ramsey?
that price. Not for that price.
Go ahead, Pickle.
Who do you want to pay, Jalen Ramsey or James Bradbury?
I'll pay Bradbury
Bradbury.
before I pay
Oh,
Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey.
Oh
Oh,
my
my God.
Bradbury.
I would
Y'all are
take
going
Get
to
the
make me
fuck
jump
outta here.
out of my fucking
Get
chair, dude.
Bradbury
Get
is
the
garbage.
fuck out of here, dude.
Bro,
Dude,
Hey,
Bradbury,
Pickles
James
falling.
Mahomes only
Bradbury
had
over
180
Jalen
yards in the
Ramsey?
Super
Are you
Bowl.
fucking kidding,
Are you
dude?
Mahomes
serious?
only had 180
Dude,
yards. in the
I'm going
Super
with
Bowl.
Bradbury
Passing.
right now, dude. I'm going with
Bradbury
Bradbury right
I'm
now.
full
Fuck that. I'm going
available.
with Bradbury
He
right
gets
now.
cooked.
Y'all are
All day.
killing me.
Are you kidding me?
Tripping.
You're killing me. You're honestly killing me, y'all. I'm sorry. There is no world where James Bradbury is a better corner than Jalen Ramsey.
Not even
I'm
Yes,
There
it is.
sorry.
is.
Ramsey's
Did
cooked,
you
this
see
is
bro.
last
Not
year?
even close.
Did you
Not
see
even
last
close.
year?
Not according to the NFL, he isn't. He is.
Did you watch him last year?
Not according to the
He's
NFL, he
No,
is.
bro.
He looked
Yo, he was
on
all pro 2 years
Did
straight.
you see the
one, he was
situation
burnt.
Bradbury was in compared to Jalen Ramsey?
Exactly.
Let me ask this question.
Oh, who
If
is
Jalen
Aaron
Ramsey-
Donald's nobody? Is Aaron Donald nobody?
Aaron Donald
we do,
was
y'all.
out.
I tell you
That
what
Rams
we do.
defense, the only thing that was good about the Rams.
I
One
tell you
at a
what
time.
we
One
do.
at a time.
We sign both and trade or cut Jackson. How's that?
I'll
Is
cut
there a way we
Jackson.
can get
I'll
off
Because
cut
Dante?
Jackson ain't never healthy anyway.
I saw
And
Ramsey
to be
running for
honest,
his life. all
both
year.
of these can't be worse than Jackson is when he's hurt.
No, I'm serious when I say this.
I'd rather take Dante Jackson over CJ Henderson any day of the week, which means that I'll take Jalen Ramsey over CJ Henderson. Yeah, but
Hey,
why
real
would you
quick.
why would you
Yeah,
cut
go
him
ahead.
though? It makes no sense to cut him.
Every
No,
day
it doesn't. They're not going to cut him. He's still on his rookie contract. He'll be here till anyway.
This year.
So,
This year is
Yeah.
his last year that he'll be here.
Yep.
We aren't picking up his 5th year
Wait,
option.
Dante's what's the contract?
Dante doesn't even play, so it really doesn't even matter to
Yeah,
me.
that's
Is there a
what
way
I'm
we
saying.
could get off of Dante?
I
Can we do
wish.
that, like,
You know,
tomorrow?
How did we not sign Stephon Gilmore? I don't. That's still
He
We need
fat.
didn't
Dante
like
Jackson,
Matt
dude.
Rule.
Because we
He
already
did not want to be
I
with
believe
Matt
that
Rule.
was
Pickle,
I
can you
truly-
look up how much Dante is getting paid?
yes.
More than I
Like
think you
11
were thinking
mil.
would.
He got
I think
a
it was actually a
3-year,
pretty team
33.
friendly.
You really want to know? Right, this coming year, which would be 2023, his cap number is 13.5.
All right.
Oh my God! Y'all
I
talking
would-
about Jalen
I would
Ramsey
rather
cap
I would rather pay 17 million
Dante?
for Jalen
Now,
Ramsey
now,
than
now,
that
if we
13 point
traded,
something
in a
for
heartbeat.
if we traded Jackson,
$30 million for Hopkins.
Cody,
too,
get the
'cause,
Bible out and
yeah.
preach again.
The best.
I'm
Tell it to
telling
the kids
you.
in the
The best.
back.
The best
I'm telling
ability.
you.
the
is
power of Christ
availability.
compels you.
now,
The power of
now
Christ
here's the
compels
interesting
you.
conversation. If after June the 1st, let's say in training camp, we traded Dante Jackson, we could save $7 million in cap.
Nobody
Hey,
wants
wait,
that
yo,
contract.
my bad. How are we having a conversation about Dante Jackson without Dante Jackson's biggest fan? G Baby, what's up?
What's up, boys?
Wow.
What's up, boys? Look at he's all fresh, cleaned up. Look at it. That boy got a haircut and everything. Look at him.
My man got the fresh cut.
Yeah, it's Friday night, and I just got off work.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So, G, let me ask you this: you trading for Jalen Ramsey?
Absolutely not.
Oh my
God. Pickle, what did you say?
Amen, brother.
Why can't we ever find common ground?
No wonder why we suck.
I know.
Let me ask you guys this. And if I sound like a bitch, it's because I'm kind of sick. Listen to this. You guys, it's going to take multiple first-round draft picks for Jalen Ramsey.
What right the?
You guys would rather trade multiple?
No.
Yes, it will. Jalen Ramsey, top 3 corner in the NFL right now.
All right. Just
You guys,
go on.
No, he is.
you guys want to trade multiple picks for a fucking old ass corner that is a great corner.
Said he's top 3 right now.
But you don't want to trade up for to
top 3 right now.
to get a fucking franchise QB. That's on a rookie deal.
Jalen Ramsey is a proven player. Jalen Ramsey has proven himself in the NFL. He's a Pro Bowl.
Hey, Cody Lack, we should have kept Stephon Gilmore then because we had that type of player on the fucking roster, bro. We should have kept Stephon Gilmore, bro.
I agree.
Exactly.
We're not disagreeing.
Thank you, G baby.
But we're not going to go back in time, though.
Okay, we're not trading for a 29-year-old corner.
But dude, and
why the fuck would we do that?
Dude, 2 years ago, Ejiro Evero was his defensive backs coach in Los Angeles. That was when he played his best ball.
You want to trade multiple picks, so we don't go trade multiple picks to go get our fucking franchise guy. That's not gonna fucking happen.
I don't know if it's.
Come on,
you want Bryce
you want to trade multiple picks for a 29-year-old corner?
They're gonna cut him anyway.
Are they really? Hold on. Let me ask. Are they really talking about cutting him?
They're not gonna cut him. They're not cutting Jalen.
They have to. He makes these.
He's a cap casualty.
There's no way he doesn't get traded.
No, he'll get.
They're
cut.
saying
They would rather eat the salary than just cut Jalen Ramsey.
Listen.
Off surgery.
They're saying that if Aaron Rodgers re-signs this year with the Green Bay Packers, whatever he's going to do it. I mean, he's already locked in. $59 million for this dude, bro? Are you kidding me? Just to lose in the fucking first round of the playoffs? He's not that cool.
Hey, but dude, how about this? James Bradbury is 29, so I don't want to hear anyone telling me that
and he's
Jalen Ramsey's too
butterball, bro. He's
then
trash.
Bradbury's too old too.
So you're gonna sign $20 million for Ramsey?
You guys are nuts. We can't even afford it.
Wait,
hold on.
How
are we going to get Bozeman back?
Next year, C.J. Henderson. Next year, C.J. Henderson, Dante Jackson, and J.C. Horn will be our corners, and everybody will have ever after.
No, C.J. Henderson won't be here. C.J. Henderson is playing the last year on his rookie deal because we aren't picking up his 5th-year option. That ain't happening.
Right.
But it still means
come training camp and preseason, he'll be the corner out there because it ain't like who else they got to put out there. Taylor, he's as worse as Henderson.
Listen, I'll tell you what. Right now.
Garbage.
We better sign a cornerback in free agency because Dante Jackson's gonna get that little stub toe injury by like week 3, and he'll be on the
injuries, bro.
That's what I'm saying,
bro. Because the best ability is availability, and that's why.
I agree with you though.
And that's why when you say like, oh well, why would I pay
he
Ramsey
also had
7?
an
Hold on.
Achilles this year.
I don't know about the draft, and I'll tell you why I say that. Is because we don't know what we're going to do at that position that I don't want to talk about, but we're going to anyway. Is because if you trade up, like G Baby said, you're giving up multiple picks to trade up. You don't have it. You ain't have but like 3 Saturday picks anyway. You don't have that many picks to pick. So you're not. It ain't like you can go out in 5th, 6th, or 7th round to get a corner. You're not going to happen. So
you're right, Pickle. But here's where we're at. Okay, Dante Jackson hasn't played a full season in I don't know how long. Same thing with J.C. Horn. We are losing C.J. Henderson next year. Okay.
Yes.
We don't have but here's the thing that everybody is missing.
Joey Porter.
Our defense is about to be insanely expensive. We cannot go out and sign a corner right now, knowing that we have to pay Brian Burns, the nose tackle there. Horn
Derek
coming
Brown.
up there.
Bro,
Derek
that's how I know
Brown.
y'all don't give a fuck about Brian Burns. Y'all don't even think about that nigga ever, bro.
We just brought him
What
up.
are you talking about?
We just talked about
Dude,
him.
Brian Burns in Carolina, bro. Y'all bitches,
Gee,
bro.
what have you been talking about?
Hey, somebody found his voice.
Jesus.
Somebody found his voice though.
Yeah, I know, right? You didn't sound sick right there, bro. But damn, man, look. Listen, hey, by the way, JJ said Joey Porter Jr. Dude, let me tell you, if we don't go quarterback, how about this? If we don't go quarterback, I would love pairing Joey Porter with JC Horn. I mean, that would be incredible. And by the way, they work with the same cornerback coach during the offseason. Joey Porter and JC Horn.
So you want to
I watched this Steve Smith video, and they say Joey Porter Jr. They say he's a dog, dude. They say he's a dog. They say he's slow, but he stays in the receiver's hip pocket. I mean, they say he can run there, right? Step for step. They say he's kind of slow, but he can run there step for step. And he can make plays on the ball. He takes the ball away, and he does all types of stuff like this.
All the rumors is that he's going to run like a 4.3 at the combine. Like they're saying he's fast as hell. I don't know where.
Porter Jr.?
Yeah, Joey Porter.
Dude, I just watched Steve Smith just did a highlight tape on him, and Steve Smith said he's going to get knocked for not even being fast. What you talking about?
Listen, I would rather.
He's gonna get faster as he plays on
also praised
He's not going to do what, bro? I'm sorry.
And you turn around and diss the guy on Twitter.
I'd rather have Cam Smith.
I would rather just sign one in free agency and use pick 9 on. We have bigger needs than cornerbacks.
Or pick him in the 3rd round.
Yeah, we got bigger. I'm not saying take on. I mean, you told me to take a tight end in the first round.
Wait. Time out. Hold on, one at a time. Go ahead, JJ.
I was going to say, I mean, like, it's not necessarily the worst idea to still take a defensive piece now and try and trade up for May or Williams next year, since they do look like way better prospects.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we'll still be in the same situation, just, maybe, like, it'll also give us it won't set the expectations too high on our coaching staff as well, But it's not like, we're in a position to, like, really go out here and do something or even make the playoffs. I just feel like we don't have to accelerate the process of a quarterback. That's also not the worst idea.
JJ, let me say this. This is my only thing. We traded a pick for Stephon Jones.
We're not talking about accelerating the process. We're talking about just stacking pieces to build a team.
Hold on. We'll go in a second. Go ahead, Anthony.
So we traded a 6 for Gilmore. We signed Dante Jackson. We traded a pick for Henderson. We drafted J.C. Horn. Our cornerback room should be fine by now. We have other needs. I know that those guys are garbage out, but that's on the freaking front office. We have to get a tight end. We need a real edge rusher. We need a real linebacker. We have bigger needs. When you're
a tight end.
Last thing I'm gonna say.
You need a tight end.
Yeah, when your linebackers and D line are the strong part of your defense, your cornerbacks don't have to be that amazing.
When you have a very strong pass rush, but we don't have the best pass rush, we still end up there.
That's why I was like, "There's no point to draft a cornerback."
When you have,
go ahead.
Give me 1 minute, bro. Just give me 1 minute, bro. Let me talk for 1 minute.
Go ahead.
When you have a cornerback, Stephen Gilmore, that you traded for, you traded these picks for him, and then you go ahead and cut him, and he's an all-pro cornerback. I mean, talking about he's defense player of the year material, and you cut him because you didn't want to pay. You don't want to pay him over Dante Jackson, dude. Come on, man. And when you got a DN who doesn't fucking play the run. Fucking this dude. What's his name? Brian Burns? And I love Florida State. From Florida, dude. I love Florida State.
Brian Burns.
You know, you don't play the fucking run. You don't play the run, bro.
He's
And by the way,
literally our
Tommy,
best player. Man, cut it out.
tight ends usually take
Brian
3
Burns is a
years.
dog and has gotten better every year. He's 40% of our defense.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. But go ahead and talk, dude. You're breaking up. But go ahead and talk.
No, I heard it good. I heard it good, JJ.
No player is 40% of the defense unless it was TJ Watt when he had 22.5 sacks. Come on now. No player's 40%.
He was like 40% of our pass rush. He was top 5 in run stuff.
You got some breaking news, Pickle?
All that
I've got
good
some
shit
breaking
for our
news.
team.
It better be good breaking news.
We actually have 7 other draft picks besides the 9th fuck. When somebody talks about taking somebody in the draft, they're not talking about the 9th fucking pick all the time.
Yeah.
There are other
Very
picks,
true.
brainless.
That
Think
is
a little
true.
bit, folks.
How many
But, and,
picks?
There are
and,
7 other draft picks.
and look, and listen, and
We actually have 1 first, 2 seconds, 1 third, 2 fourths, and a 5th.
Didn't we get
Yo,
an extra
how-
one too?
how is it?
Can we
How
trade
is it
back
that
up
right?
into the first to get a wide receiver?
How is it right now? G Baby's Pickle's biggest fan. That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah.
But
I think they've agreed twice tonight. This
Yeah,
might be
that's
a
a-
record. Let's throw
yeah,
a party.
y'all gonna need to get back to fighting.
That's a
It's just
huge
too weird for me,
milestone.
bro. But
Round
hey,
of
so
applause.
listen, if we at Pickle, I know you opened up saying let's not talk about the quarterbacks, but you know we're going to, because I feel like the name that continues to pick up steam for number 9 continues to be Anthony Richardson, man, and so much so that a former NFL general manager on PanthersWire.com was quoted as saying, "If you give Richardson to Reich and to Jim Caldwell, watch out. I mean, watch out, because with those weapons, he could be
Still gonna be
dangerous."
His footwork is amazing, honestly.
He's still gonna be
What?
ass.
That was Marty Herney, by the
Still
way.
gonna be ass, dude.
Right?
That
I've
was
heard
Marty
that
Herney
he's
that said
a lot of GMs.
Exactly. Who led us in the ruin?
I heard a
Marty.
lot of GMs have him at like a first rounder or a 4th rounder.
Bro.
Everybody's
That's
comparing
crazy.
everybody's comparing AR to Cam Newton. They're
I
saying
don't.
that he's got the same physical upside.
No,
I
there's
never
no
seen him
Cam
run
Newton.
over people like Cam.
No, there's no Cam Newton. We need to stop comparing everyone to Cam Newton.
I never
There's-
seen him run over people like Cam.
I told you.
Because do we realize?
I called in about. I think I called in on Tuesday show, Cody.
Yeah.
And Cam Newton never lost a game in college. I mean, a game that he didn't start. He never lost a game.
Winning's not a quarterback.
Dude, Anthony Richardson losing like 6 games, dude, every year. He only wins 6 games a
Cam
year.
Newton won 2 national titles.
And he
Both
only played
undefeated
13
seasons.
games.
He won a fucking Heisman.
That's
Never lost a game.
outrageous. Josh Allen played for Wyoming, and I know you guys would have
Josh Allen
loved
ain't
to
even
have
that
a
good.
Josh
What the fuck
Allen.
has Josh Allen done?
Josh
You're
Allen's
gonna
top
lose
5.
that one,
Quit,
bro.
quit crying.
Come on, bro. Josh Allen got all that talent. What the fuck did Cam
He's
Newton have?
top 5. Quit crying.
No, fuck yeah. Give Cam Newton Stephon Diggs, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
That's
Get him.
regardless.
I wish
Get
Josh
him.
we
Allen's
would
still
have.
Get him.
amazing,
had
and you
that.
would
Get
take
him.
him in a heartbeat. You would trade the 9th overall pick for Josh Allen in a heartbeat. Don't lie.
You're fucking
Yeah,
insane.
dude,
I'm
Josh
taking
Allen.
Cam.
Come on.
Cam, what?
You would
I
take
didn't
Bryce.
say
Hey,
he
you
was
would take
Cam
Bryce
Newton.
Young and
He's
CJ
just a white
Stroud
Cam
over Josh
Newton, bro.
Allen.
He
Bro,
Cam
hey,
Newton
wait,
wins
wait,
Did
shit.
you say you would take Josh Allen over Cam Newton in his
No,
prime?
Dude, are you
I
saying
didn't
that you
say
would take
that.
Bryce? But you would take Bryce Young over Josh Allen right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Don't get me
Hell
started, bro.
no.
What has Josh Allen done, bro?
Hell
Oh
no.
my God, bro, he's 6'5"
What has Josh
and has
Allen
the
done,
biggest
bro?
arm in the NFL.
Bro.
That's crazy, bro.
What has he done?
But
What
listen,
has
you know,
Bryce
like,
Young done in the NFL?
but wait a minute, how is
He's a
everybody?
quarterback.
Let me ask something. Let me ask
Okay.
something. All right. Hypothetically speaking, you can close your eyes and think about this. Get it in your head if you want to. Right? Think about this. You're 4th down. You're on the 50-yard line.
Yep.
In the game. 1 play only. You got the number 1 wide receiver, the best wide receiver you can think of, running down the field. The corner trips. Who do you want to guarantee to throw that ball to hit that open wide
Andrew
receiver.
Luck. Andrew Luck.
Johnny Hecker.
Shut up and let me talk, fool. Now, who do you want? Only two quarterbacks.
I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Don't be so
Josh
bad.
Allen or Bryce Young. Who do you want? Who do you want to throw that ball to get to that open wide receiver to win the freaking Super Bowl? Who do you want?
Bryce Young.
I think
Josh
I'll
Allen.
take Bryce Young.
I think Josh Allen do it, dude. No, I think Josh Allen do it in the NFL. Come on, man. You can't compare some played in the NFL to somebody who played in the NFL.
I can do what the
How
hell
can you
I want.
compare that?
I agree with
How can you compare somebody who's played in the NFL to somebody who hasn't played in the NFL?
I want Matt Corral in that scenario, baby. Let's go.
Tripping.
I mean, you got
Let's
perfect
go.
coverage. You got perfect pass
Matt Corral
protection.
was with the corner who tripped.
Oh no, dude. Oh, no, dude.
It was
But hey,
Dante
but hold on
Jackson.
though. Let me say this. Everybody was even a week or two ago insisting on the Panthers must draft a quarterback. Well, why? Okay, more than likely you're going to do it at number 9. Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud are not going to be available at the 9th.
I wouldn't say that.
Dude, I will. They're not going to be.
We will clap our hands
Justin
together
Fields
and
wasn't supposed to be
pray.
there for us.
Dude, they are not going to be there.
Where was
at
Justin
number
Fields
9.
projected at this
You're
time?
looking at either Will Levis or Anthony Richards.
Was Justin Fields the number 2 quarterback projected at this time?
Yeah, but they're also
Again,
like
it's
after
different.
And where did he
Trevor
fall? He
Lawrence,
fell like
it
the
was really a
14th, right?
toss-up
Yo,
as to who
let's
the
talk about
quarterbacks
this
were.
next week after the combine, so these
Yeah.
guys can go out in their underwear and press everybody, or depress everybody.
Justin
by the
Fields
way,
fell.
on that hypothetical scenario, my pick would be Bryce Young because he's more accurate than Josh Allen.
Me too.
Thank you. Hey.
Yeah, man, you and G Baby need to stop agreeing with each other. It's too fucking weird. I don't like that shit. It's too weird. I
gotta
don't like
ask,
that shit. Stop doing it.
This dude is
gotta
too
ask,
small,
has,
man.
marriage
Bryce
counseling
Young
been
is too
working?
small, bro. He's too small. He's too small. He's like
Enough of
5'8",
the too
5'7".
small shit. He's been
He's like
Hold on,
175 pounds.
Time out. Hold on.
Come on, man. Come on, man. But that shit doesn't matter. That shit matters in the NFL when you get hit by fucking 300
He's
pounders,
not
dude.
gonna be getting hit like how you
Hold
think
on,
he is.
wait. Let me let Nick chime in. Go ahead, Nick. I gotta fight. See, don't ever say I'm not a good friend because I'm out here fighting, man. Like, let my man talk. I don't even
You're
care that
only
he's
letting me-
driving the car.
You're only letting me talk whenever I'm talking shit. I was asking if marriage counseling was working for you guys.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
I
don't worry
fought for
about
that. Come
Don't
on,
worry
damn
about
it.
Bryce Young's height. In that scenario, the running back is going to put Bryce on his shoulder like a toddler and let him throw that way. See? There's the answer to everything. See?
That's
Or
crazy.
he going to sit down and let Bryce stand on his head. See?
But I mean, listen, if we don't, okay, but this is the only point that I'm trying to make. If you have your sights set on Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, the only way you're gonna get it is if the Panthers trade up to number 1. And no, Kevin, you keep on saying, "Oh, what about Justin
Fields fell. He was number 2 projected.
CJ Stroud, right?
So
CJ Stroud right now is being viewed, in my opinion, as a better prospect than Justin Fields
And when
was.
the combine comes by and you have Anthony Richardson running so fast, throwing that ball, he's going to move up. So is Levis, and I think CJ is going to fall.
But even still, all the way to
CJ
number
is not
9,
falling.
there's like
Look where
there's
Fields
like
fell.
4 or 5 different teams. The only point I'm trying to make is that if you're so desperate to have a quarterback, you basically have 4 options.
Can I see that scenario?
Free agency, which is Derek Carr or Jacoby Brissett, or you draft a quarterback, which is Will Levis or Anthony Richardson, or you wait until later and hope that Hendon Hooker falls to the second round and you pick him up in the second. Like, those are the real options for the Panthers right now.
Can I get a scenario where he fails?
Who falls?
Stroud.
But then, yeah, of course you take him at number 9.
Levis goes to Houston. I think the Colts love Young, and they draft him. The Raiders actually really like AR-15, so they might take him. And Atlanta might like Ritter and just go deep, best defensive player, best player
Atlanta
available.
does like Ritter.
And then,
Atlanta does like Ritter.
so
And that's
Stroud
part
might
of the
fall.
reason. That's part of the reason.
Atlanta
Arthur Smith's
also
gonna be
likes
fired
Lamar.
next year.
Yeah.
But,
I feel Lamar Jackson is going to be an Atlanta Falcon.
And that could happen too. So he might not even draft a quarterback.
But my
hold on,
point
that's
being,
not
like,
a-
go
that's
ahead.
not a good thing. I hear Panthers fans are like,
Let me just throw this in real quick. I think Stroud is going to be the first pick.
Go ahead, JJ.
Everyone's
Hold
like,
on,
well, we're
Ed.
not.
I'll come back to you, Al.
Everyone's like, well, we're not scared of Lamar Jackson. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't want to play Lamar Jackson twice a year. That's ridiculous to me.
And we held him to 13 this past year. It's not like I'm scared of Lamar, but like at the same time, he'll give us a reason to be scared eventually.
All right,
Al.
you guys,
Yeah, go ahead. Nick.
All right, so you
Lamar
guys
didn't
want to
play.
talk about Lamar?
I was going to say, what I said
Go ahead, Al.
was
Go ahead.
that I think Stroud is going to be the first pick in the draft anyways. And then I think Lamar, oh man, the Ravens, they underestimated this dude so much. Lamar can throw the ball so good, dude. I mean, he can throw the ball. He throws dots. He be dotting people up. What? And they talking about, oh, he gets hurt. Yeah, well, this guy runs around the ball too. Josh Allen, he runs the ball too. He gets hurt too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Dude, it's like I kind of hope the Falcons give up all their first round picks for him. And I mean, I'm sorry, Anthony.
I hope we give up all our first round picks for him, dude.
I mean,
dude, if we give Lamar Jackson, dude.
No, I am not paying all that draft picks and all that money for Lamar Jackson, man. I'm just that's crazy. And we were having this, we were having this conversation in our free for all chat. Like the amount of guaranteed money that Lamar Jackson wants. Like
Dude,
he's
what's Deshaun money?
No,
he wants more.
than that.
Yeah, he wants more. He wants to be the highest.
Way more than that, though. But he's much more than that, though, bro. He's much more than that, though, bro.
Guaranteed
No, he's not.
per year, and all of it guaranteed, 100%.
Not when Anthony Richardson could probably.
He's not more than Deshaun, dude.
Yeah, but yes, it would be more than Deshaun.
Oh, shut up, dude. Stop
Man,
that,
they're
dude.
either
Stop
the
talking
same-
like that,
they're
bro.
either
Are you
the
serious?
same level.
That's what he wants.
He's not wrong. Deshaun Watson's better. Come on, Cody.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, Deshaun
Oh,
Watson
whoa.
Deshaun
Watson.
Come on,
Deshaun
Watson,
is better-
remove my towel. Is
who
better
has the
than
MVP?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar
I
might be
don't
a better
care.
person.
Who has the MVP?
But Deshaun's
They
a
have the
better
same
player.
amount of playoff
Who
wins.
plays? Who plays?
They have the same amount of playoff wins.
Hold on.
Deshaun's a better player than Lamar Jackson, bro. Stop that, bro.
One had Hopkins.
Last year they both sucked. How's that?
Lamar
year
did
they
not
both
suck.
sucked ass.
Lamar did not
didn't
suck.
suck last
Lamar's
year.
never.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Lamar,
he didn't play.
Lamar
They
missed
didn't.
like 6 weeks.
my thing about
What?
Lamar is that my thing about Lamar, he's never available in the playoffs. He's
Neither-
he's
neither was
always
Watson.
hurt.
He
He's
was
always
not
hurt at the
available
end
for
of
the season.
No, he's not. And Deshaun's a much better passer of the
Watson
football
wasn't available
than
for the
Lamar
season.
Jackson. He just is. He's a better thrower of the football.
Look at the
Like, don't
stats.
forget about everything Deshaun Watson does.
He's also
You
free
forgot about
under
Lamar.
pressure a lot better.
Yeah, he's
Deshaun
way better under pressure, way better
Look at
touch
the
on the
Lamar's a much better player than fucking Deshaun, dude.
No, he's not.
And he
Come
does
on, man.
great.
Stop that, Cody. For real, for real. You believe that for real in your heart,
I
dude?
love Lamar a lot more as a person. but, like,
Lamar might be a better person, but Deshaun, at his best, is a better football player.
You're out of
He
your
might
mind.
be a better person.
Listen, Deshaun's. Oh, hold on.
Hey,
Deshaun's best.
I'll just say this real quick. Deshaun Watson is not the better player anymore.
Exactly. You know
Not
why?
even close.
You know why?
He also played like not even a
Not
quarter
even
of
close,
the
dude.
season, and didn't play in like a year and a half.
Let's talk about
Deshaun Watson.
Excuses.
Deshaun Watson gets on the field and he just sees massage therapists as the DBs. He doesn't know what
Listen,
he doesn't
Mr.
know. He
Remove
doesn't
my
know
towel
what to do.
is still better than Lamar.
I'm a
Always
Deshaun.
was in the NFL.
I'm a
Always
Watson
will be.
fan, bro. But I'm not taking him over an MVP.
Facts,
Question.
bro.
I'm a bigger
Okay, so
Lamar
how
fan
about
than
Not
I
only that,
okay, how
not
about
only
this?
that, Cody Lack, it might take him. He might be back. He might be back to his original form in the next maybe year or
That
two.
MVP season was 3 fucking years ago. How long are
But
we gonna
I'm telling
hold
you
on
right
to that?
now,
Matt
I'm
Ryan
taking.
won
I'm
an MVP. So do you want to sign Matt Ryan this offseason?
Hey, he'll come.
Hey, I'm taking Jalen Hurts over Deshaun Watson, bruh. And that's facts.
He's
G.
not
You will
available.
lose.
Question.
You
I know, I'm
will
just
lose.
saying.
All right,
He's
let's
not
go around the
available.
panel. Let's go around the panel.
Watson's a way better pass
Let's go
rusher.
around the panel. Pickle, and then you guy, my guy. Fucking my bad, bro. I forgot your name. But let's go around the panel. Who'd you take, Lamar or Deshaun?
All right, well, so,
Go around the pick. Go around the panel. Who'd you take, Lamar or Deshaun?
You taking Lamar or Deshaun?
I'm taking Lamar.
Neither fucking one.
Yeah,
If
Pickle.
I had to pick, I'm taking Lamar. I'm not
Lamar,
taking either
dude.
one either.
All right, Pickle. What say you? Neither one.
Neither one.
Wait, are we talking about both of them in their primes?
I'm taking
He's steadfast in his fucking.
Yeah, Matt Corral. I'm gonna take
You're picking Matt Corral.
Yeah, but G baby, yeah. I'm saying if they're in their prime.
G baby. That's my dog's name. I forgot, dude. My bad, bro.
No, time out. Not even in
Who
their
you taking,
prime.
bro?
If you had to pick going into next season based off of what you've seen from them last, who are you picking?
Oh, Lamar easily.
I'm taking Lamar, dude.
Lamar easily. Watson was trash.
If we're talking about prime, I'm taking Deshaun Watson all day. But if we're talking about going into this next season, it's fucking Lamar Jackson. Easily.
Yeah, the guy coming off an injury. Okay, that makes
the
sense.
guy coming off suspended for rape. Yeah.
Yeah.
What rape?
Well, he got
fucking what a fucking fake hamstring injury. What are you talking about, bro?
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
He didn't want to play because they didn't want to pay him.
You know the suspension ended, right?
These hoes be
It's not
hungry,
like he's
bro.
been
I'm telling
injured the
you.
past 2 years.
Watson had ACL tears. He's been injured too this time in the NFL.
He didn't want to play. They didn't want to pay him. He didn't want to play. They didn't want to pay him. You think I'm gonna pay for this? Play for this?
As a passer
Fuck you.
that Lamar ever had.
How about this? I'm taking Cam Newton and Lamar Jackson over Deshaun Watson because they both won an MVP. And that
I'm
season,
taking Cam Newton over all these bitches, G.
So are you
What are
taking?
you talking about?
And Cam Newton's best season was still better than Deshaun's best season. So what are we talking about with the thing? Oh, well, if they were an MVP,
Hey,
you're not an
who
MVP.
would you rather have, Hopkins or Mark Andrews?
Deshaun Watson.
I would rather have Hopkins when he's not off the PED.
Exactly.
Come on,
Dude,
bro.
Hopkins is a better
Get
player.
the fuck out of here with that PED shit, bro.
But that's part of the reason.
He's never had a PED issue in his entire fucking career, bro. I don't want to hear that fucking shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm with you, G.
And I'm
man.
telling you right
What are you
now,
talking about?
I
What are you talking about? G
I
baby.
would much rather trade for Hopkins than fucking Jalen Ramsey, and that's in a fucking heartbeat, bro.
I'll tell you what. I'll agree with you.
Hopkins is a fucking alien.
No, we
I'll
won't
agree.
take that guy. Fuck
I'll
him.
agree.
Fuck him.
DeAndre Hopkins is a top 3 receiver, bro.
It's easier
He can
to
have
scheme
any
up a wide
fucking QB
receiver
and be
than it is to get a
successful, bro.
guy to cover good.
Hey,
DeAndre Hopkins
In what
is a fucking
league?
alien.
In what
I'm not
league?
taking either one.
In
They
the
can both go
XFL?
fuck off.
it's in the XFL.
Did you not see the Giants all year with their bum ass wide receivers and their bum ass quarterback still produce passing stats all year? You can't get just any guy to cover though. You can get any guy to catch the ball though.
Yeah, that's the problem with this league, man. It's like 1 year a quarterback does something average. Daniel Jones, $45 million a season.
No,
Damn,
I
Baker
hate
Mayfield-
that shit. I wouldn't even
yeah,
take him 30, bro.
I wouldn't pay him anything.
I wouldn't either, honestly. I'd let him hit the door, bro.
I'm hiring
He's
a
gonna hold back
hitman.
the
That
Giants
dude's
for real.
tripping. He's
Daniel Jones
absolutely
is
out of his
trash. I
mind.
didn't care. Bro, people shit on Russell Wilson all year just for him to still have more touchdowns than Daniel Jones. And then they praise DJ.
Brian Dable's a good coach, man. That's the only reason.
Exactly.
And
Dude, did y'all hear Daniel Jones is asking for like $40 million a year?
Yeah, he's absolutely insane if he thinks he's getting.
What was that crack pipe
I
you
mean,
was
I would
talking about,
too.
Kevin, earlier, Cody?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Daniel Jones was on that.
Yeah. He's on that Charleston meth. You know,
Who's on Charleston meth?
Whoever was saying Daniel Jones wanting to get $40 million a year.
I might pay him $40 million.
Walter White cooked him a fresh batch, but yeah.
I mean, I would tell New York, yeah, I want that because you didn't give me my 5th-year option. You didn't believe in me. Now give me my money. You want me?
Matt knows nothing says that wasn't true, so maybe I got duped. But
well, he not
this,
getting that.
but it wouldn't surprise me. This is going to be his only chance to ever make.
Yeah, I don't blame him whatsoever.
Like this will be his only chance to ever really ask for that kind of money. So maybe he does do it.
That's what was reported. May not be true, but that's what
right. But like, this is my question: if our options is only down to Anthony Richardson and Will Levis, who then in that scenario doesn't want to draft a quarterback?
I do. I don't want to draft either.
Okay. So everybody's out on Levis and Richardson.
I wouldn't.
Nah, I'd take AR.
I wouldn't be mad at AR, but it's not.
You're out of your fucking mind, bro.
13 games and he lost 6 of it. He's played 13 games.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I don't care about his win or loss record in college. It really doesn't matter.
I don't really care
what
about
you
wins
can be
or
in the
losses in
NFL.
college.
That's not the
I'm worried about what you can be in our system. I'm worried about you as a quarterback and what you can do in Frank Wright's system, not your win losses in college. That's stupid.
JJ,
he misses the easiest check downs, bro. Do you watch film,
bro?
Okay.
JJ, he's played 13 total games.
It's not that good, bro.
I can tell you don't watch film, bro. Because if you
Dude,
did, you would say that shit, bro.
But listen, this is the point that everybody's making about Will Levis and Anthony Richardson. Is that once upon a time, nobody looked at Josh Allen or Justin Herbert as the types of quarterbacks that they are today. Whatever you think of Josh Allen and Justin Herbert, the consensus among NFL people is that they're both top 5 quarterbacks and they have all the physical upside stuff. Let me play devil's advocate. If all of you love our coaching staff so much, then why is it impossible for them to get the most out of a player like Anthony Richardson?
Because we have a top 10 pick. How many times are we going to waste our top 10 pick, bro? If this has got to be a hit, Cody. This has got to be a hit.
Our picks have been good, though.
Listen, these are going to be bona fide hits. If we're talking about best player available at 9, and we missed out on all the top QBs, and Bijan Robinson out of Texas is still there, I'm taking Bijan Robinson out
You're out of your mind,
bro.
No, we're
I'm
not.
Tripping penis, bro.
At number 9?
You're smoking catnip, bro. You're smoking catnip.
Bijan Robinson is the best player in the entire draft.
He's got the Charleston.
What is he talking about, bro?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, bro? We just traded a running back.
To G,
we just traded a running back, bro.
To,
we don't need no more.
Yes. Go ahead, Anthony.
To G Baby's point, though, he is sort of right. Like
we traded the best running back in the league.
Our first round picks are.
What are you talking about, dude?
Our first round picks have been good.
What does this have to do with playing football, bro? I don't give a fuck if he can do some gymnastics, bro. I got plenty of cousins that can do that shit.
Y'all have to admit, this man
that's still pretty impressive.
At 6'4", at 6'4", 240 pounds, this man does backflips. Like, what are you saying, dude? This guy is a physical monster. He has way bigger upside to me than Will Levis. Way bigger.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would agree.
He's got way better footwork too.
Yeah, he has a good pocket presence. Like,
can we see some film of him throwing some passes instead of him doing some somersaults, bro? You never show me him throwing easy check down passes, bro. Can we start watching film on these motherfuckers?
I've seen Bryce Young throw check downs.
Yeah, I haven't dropped the film on him yet.
I'm sure Frank Wright can
drop the film on all the quarterbacks. But yeah, again, this is an offense that's going to be a run-first offense anyway. And what Pickle was saying earlier, if you're on 4th and 2 or 4th and 1 at the 50-yard line, you're going to tell me you don't want a big, strong-ass quarterback to be able to get those extra few yards? Like, why not, man? I don't know.
Tom Brady. I want Tom Brady. I want somebody that fucking dynamite. I want Tom Brady.
They're taking that QB.
I want Tom Brady, bro.
What?
I mean,
he can't throw the ball 5 yards.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I've always been a
I'm
believer.
not saying I'm saying in the mind frame. I'm talking about the mind frame of Tom Brady to be able to
Yeah, but
pinpoint
everybody wants that.
and
Everybody,
to pick out passes and to pick out the defenses.
you have
Tom
to
Brady's
Why would you
also
want?
6'5".
Why would you want Anthony Richardson when he's just gonna fucking tuck the ball and run every play? Come on, man, doesn't make no fucking sense. That's why the Ravens don't want fucking Lamar Jackson right now, because all he's gonna do is tuck the ball and run. Come on, man, stop that, bro. We want people to play quarterback, bro. We don't want no more running back, dude.
For Lamar Jackson, and now you don't want to give AR a chance. Like,
Bro, can we get
I see him play. I see him play, bro. Fuck him, dude. I see him play. Fuck him, bro.
Dude, AR, listen, I've always been a believer in the upside quarterback. If you have the traits, it doesn't mean that you can't get better and develop as a quarterback. That's what players have done now. That's what Jalen Hurts did. Bro,
Cam was a fucking quarterback, bro. Cam was a quarterback, bro.
Dude, y'all realize Jalen Hurts.
This guy, when you fucking...
Dude, Jalen Hurts fell to the second round, and y'all were just telling me y'all would take him over Deshaun Watson. So what is it? Either a player can develop and become a better quarterback, or then
Jalen Hurts was a better quarterback in
Jalen
college.
Hurts was playing with Lincoln Riley, fucking throwing 40 touchdown
Can I
passes.
say
bro.
something? Can I say something? Let me say
Right,
this. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. It depends on what situation you get drafted to. Put Jalen.
By the way,
Hurts-
G baby,
hold on.
Baker Mayfield had a Heisman with Lincoln Riley, so
Like I get
it
the
doesn't really
Jalen.
matter.
I get the Jalen
I
Hurts.
would take
thing, right?
Baker Mayfield over AR. That's for
Yeah,
damn
hold
sure.
on.
Fucking smoking, bro.
What are you talking about,
Yeah,
man?
everybody go one at a time,
My
one
fault,
at a time,
Anthony.
one at a time, one at a time. Go ahead, Anthony.
So what I'm saying is that like it depends on what situation the quarterback goes to. That's part of the reason Hurts is developing into this guy, because they built the team around him. So thinking about it, yeah, I would be a little like, all right, we got Will Levis or AR. That wasn't who I wanted, but like with the coaching staff, there is a chance that they can thrive here. That's not necessarily saying they're going to be good from day one. It just means that they're going to have to develop. What?
I'm sorry, Anthony. Can I say something real quick? I just want to say like one thing, dude. I'm sorry, bro.
Go ahead.
So where did Jalen Hurts get recruited to? He got recruited to Alabama, right?
Yeah.
He got recruited to Alabama, right? With Nick Saban, right? Who's a pro-style fucking coach, who's a pro player, and pushing everybody into the NFL, right? So he got recruited there, right? And then what? So what? Tua came and took his spot, right? So if there's somebody else better than this motherfucker, dude, get him out the game, dude. Okay.
But what does that mean? Who's bet? What does that have to do with Anthony Richardson, though?
Yeah.
What does that have to, that doesn't have anything to do with Anthony Richardson. If anything, they're comparable because he also went to an SEC school. Like, he went to Florida, man. Like, this dude, he is a premier talent.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that like Anthony Richardson can be like a Jalen Hurts. It's just going to take time, and it's just they have to build the right offense around. They have to build the right.
He can be better.
Yes, potentially, but he's going to have to either sit and learn, and they're going to have to build the offense to his the best of his abilities. I don't think
we're going to have to do that regardless with any quarterback we
If I may clear something up.
It's always best to work towards your player's traits regardless of who it is.
Yes, and what I'm saying is that he can't just step in and be ready from day one. Like they're gonna have
That's
to.
fine. We're not ready to win right now, regardless.
I agree.
We're still trying to build the team up. My fault.
Go ahead, Pickle. What were you gonna say, Pickle?
Yeah, if I may say, let's leave Nick Saban out of the Jalen Hurts discussion, because Nick Saban picked Tua Tagovailoa over Jalen Hurts. So Nick Saban don't know jack fucking shit about what Jalen Hurts can do or what couldn't.
Exactly.
He's not a slouch, though. Tua's not a slouch, though. Look, he's not a slouch, though.
No, I saw a documentary there.
Tua's not a slouch, though. He's not a slouch,
Hurts
though.
was Nick Saban's guy.
But hey, let me
Tua's
make
not a slouch, though.
Yo, let me make a point based on what Pickle just said. At one point in time, Tua Tagovailoa did play better than Jalen in that Alabama offense. But the point that I'm trying to make with Jalen is that sometimes when you bet on a player long term, yeah, they might not turn around year 1 and year 2. But damn it, once you finally develop them and get them to the point where they're comfortable in the offense, they know what they got to do, and they've refined their throwing motion. Dude, I'll be damned if Anthony Richardson can't do it all, man. Like he goes through it. Like, how about this? Let me tell you my one of the reasons why Anthony Richardson has problems. His footwork is inconsistent when he's throwing across the middle of the field. And sometimes whenever he overthrows someone, he's overthrowing them high rather than dirt in the ball. But to me, that's fixable with your throwing mechanics and with your footwork. He always goes through his progressions. It's not like he's locked in on one player and then cutting it loose. He has the ability to do all those things. And how about this? Bryce Young being number 1, Anthony Richardson has the best pocket presence, in my opinion, of just about any quarterback in this year's draft. His ability to maneuver the pocket, knowing where the rush is coming from, dude, that's all very high-level stuff that he has demonstrated far more than once. So you're already
Cody, bro.
That you want to develop.
Cody, bro.
What, man? I'm telling you, dude.
He sucked in college.
That's not the question, Cody. I'm not trying to argue or nothing like this. But how aren't you tired of seeing a fucking quarterback overthrow people, dude? You talking about some footwork? You talking about overthrowing receivers again? Come on, man. We don't want to do that no more, dude. We want to see a quarterback be pinpoint, dot motherfuckers up, and get them out the fucking game, dude. And we be done with it. We're tired of fucking seeing motherfucking quarterbacks overthrowing people, dude. Why the fuck we gotta get a 6'5" fucking receiver for what? Just to overthrow them too? Fuck out of here, dude. We're tired of that shit,
the point that I'm making is that when you fix their mechanics and give them time to develop, then he's not
going to do what they can. How can they do it to fucking Richardson and he's more trash, dude?
What if it doesn't happen?
They couldn't do the Cam. They can't do the Richardson. He's more trash, dude. Come on, man. Stop that, bro.
But baby, I can make that argument with anyone. Like, there's literally no guarantee that any of the quarterbacks are going to be a sure bet in the NFL.
Any player of any position.
Really, 100%, man. You just never know. You're making gambles, dude.
Bro.
You're making calculated bets. No, it isn't. You're making calculated bets.
So Adrian Peterson coming out of college, no one knew he was going to be a fucking Hall of Famer. Are you fucking kidding?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Everybody knew he was going to be a fucking stud, dude. That's a good point right there, G-Baby. That's a good point, G-Baby.
I'm not going to lie. Like,
everybody knew he was going to be a fucking stud, dude.
when we drafted every single person that gets drafted in the first round is a guaranteed stud.
Right, look at Zach Wilson.
But for every good one, you can name a bad one.
Right, look at Zach Wilson, drafted number 3 overall. And they're already looking to move on from his ass.
Yep.
You know who sounds like Zach Wilson?
He's going to be trash, though.
Anthony Richardson.
No, he doesn't.
A lot of Panther fans wanted us to get Zach Wilson last year.
How does he not?
I can see that. I can see you're trash, dude.
How does Anthony Richardson not sound like Zach Wilson? They both played one season against trash competition, and then when they played someone good, they were trash.
Trash competition. BYU schedule doesn't compare to Florida State.
He didn't even start in high school, bro. So how the fuck you don't even start in high school? You go to Florida and you fucking be like, come on, man.
At this point, he's in the NFL. Your past doesn't matter at that point.
Listen,
so it doesn't matter against professional athletes that do this for a fucking.
He's going to be in the NFL regardless. The whole.
What are they talking about, G-Baby?
The level of competition that Zach Wilson faced isn't comparable with Anthony Richardson playing in the SEC. Like, that's like night and day difference. Hey, let me read some of these super chats real quick. Jake the Snake with another $1.99 says Hooker over Levis and AR. Tell him Pickle. All right, so we got a Hooker fan, and the Eric 37 says for every Cam Newton, there is a Jamarcus Russell.
Yes.
Exactly. It's just like it's kind of the luck of the draw. Like that's pretty much what it comes down to. But like that's why it's also, I said this earlier, it's kind of preference, right? Like there is no Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I like Bryce Young, I really do, but we're not going to draft him because they don't want a small quarterback. Bryce Young, in my opinion, is going to be a good quarterback somewhere else. But from what they want, CJ Stroud fits that description. The only thing is, I don't know if we're going to be there to pick him.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I kind of think we're out of the Bryce Young, CJ Stroud sweepstakes. So if y'all really not feeling Will Levis or Anthony Richardson like that, then y'all better be pounding the table for Derek Carr, because that's going to be the best that you're going to get at quarterback this season. Or else maybe you get like a Jacoby Brissett and
Ryan
let him
Tannehill. Let's take Hooker in the second.
Let him and Matt Corral battle it out. And I'm still not giving up on my boy Corral. If he gets a legit competition, I think he can win a competition. But I don't know if he'll ever get that chance because this coaching staff didn't bring him in.
Yeah, Cody, I told you this earlier on Twitter, right? I tweeted this like, hey, man, like, I'm not the biggest fan of AR and Levis. I just rather sign Derek Carr and let Matt Corral learn behind him. Like, Matt Corral is not far off from Levis or Richardson's talent at all. And it's very debatable in my opinion.
Derek Carr's asking for $35 million a year, bro.
Yeah, and guess what, Daniel? And guess
no,
what,
thank you.
That's fine.
He's asking for $35 million a year, bro. That's what you want to pay for fucking Derek Carr?
I mean, some team's gonna pay Daniel.
If y'all don't want, listen, don't put Derek Carr on me. I just heard most of y'all, except for JJ, tell me that you don't want anything to do with Anthony Richardson.
I didn't say that.
I've said most of y'all, except for JJ, said that you're not down with Anthony Richardson. So maybe a few of you like him, but for the most part, y'all have been telling me how he's, the throw is too high, not consistent. Okay, if you're not in love with either of those two, then you're gonna have to hope for Derek Carr or hope that Hendon Hooker is available in the second round.
What about Ryan Tannehill?
Hell don't do much for me.
Let's not even
He's
waste
cheaper
our
than
time.
Carr.
Hey, by the way, D'Angelo, the legend, with the $5 says, Cody, don't ever disrespect CJ like that. Richardson doesn't do anything better than him. We will trade up for CJ. Mark my words.
Hey,
all right.
He's speaking facts. Who was that?
So, all right. I mean, if y'all better be okay with giving up, this year's second round pick, next year, a bunch of first round picks, at least 3 first round picks to move up. And
I'd rather
just
do that than draft Anthony Richardson, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, it depends on it depends on what we do in free agency. If we don't, let's say we knock free agency out of the park, then yeah, maybe they do trade up. But
The
as of
NFL
this
is
moment,
moving towards a playmaker league, especially at the quarterback position, and AR really fits that kind of bill with his physical talent. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got a few problems, but there really is with everyone. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And especially, we finally have an offensive-minded coach who is a who has quarterback experience and can help him in situations like that. Like, we're not in the position to go win a couple playoff games this year. So why are we in such a
Yeah, we
rush to
can.
have the most polished? No, we're not.
Yeah, we can.
Quit lying to yourself. Quit lying to yourself.
We're
No,
not
I'm sorry,
lying,
the 49ers
bro.
just
No, we're
lost
not.
both their quarterbacks in the
with
first
the
year.
how about
We do
this?
not have Kyle Shanahan.
You don't know what's going to happen.
We do not have that defense. We
But
do
how
not
about
have
this,
those
though?
offensive pieces. They
The
literally
only
took
reason-
our
What happened in
best
San Francisco
offensive
and
player.
in Philly?
But hold on,
They
so
lost
hold on.
both their quarterbacks. What happens if we play
look,
that team?
JJ, the only reason why I say that we could sneak into the playoffs is because our division is ash right now,
No,
bro.
I said win a couple playoff games.
Oh,
I
okay,
believe we
okay,
can.
okay.
Anything can happen. Yeah. Look at the
Listen,
49ers.
listen.
They lost both
Yeah,
their
Yeah,
quarterbacks.
we could
Y'all are-
easily miss the playoffs too.
Y'all
What's
are
more
forgetting-
likely? Come on,
Either one
Kevin.
could happen.
Y'all are forgetting this about the
Once you're in, you're in. No matter.
Guess what? So Reich says
I
against the
agree with
pod-
that logic a lot. I usually say that.
Reich
But I
says
just don't believe we are. We're there
Right.
yet.
Reich says he wants to win from the pocket. Do y'all really think Anthony Richardson's going to win games from the pocket? No, he's talking about Bryce Young and CJ Stroud and even Hendon Hooker. In my opinion, that's who he's talking about. The quarterbacks that have stayed in the pocket, made pinpoint throws, like Al said, like accurate throws, make the right reads. Those are the quarterbacks that Reich's probably going to go after. And that's probably the only reason that Schefter said that we're interested in Derek Carr. Now, I know you all don't want to pay Derek Carr. Fine. But Derek Carr is another example of a pocket passer, a guy that's not going to run around. I don't know. I haven't seen enough from Anthony Richardson to warrant a first-round pick.
Thank you, dude.
No, hold on.
Oh, man. Thank you, dude.
Listen. Just because Josh Allen exists, now all these other guys, they're just looking for a big arm quarterback, a running quarterback, and
Trey Lance.
It's like Trey Lance. It's like, no, dude. Maybe Josh Allen just made it out
Trey
of the
Lance has been good though when he
Sam
plays,
Darnold
outside of his completion percentage.
He's only in one game.
Hold on. Trey Lance. Trey Lance looked like trash.
That Trey Lance is not comparable to Josh Allen, right?
Bro,
you know that, right?
Hold on. JJ, did you watch the first game? He couldn't even put up more than 10 points against the Bears defense that was ranked 32nd in the league.
It was storming rain. What are you talking about?
Oh, man, stop that, bro.
They were literally sliding on the grass like a slip and slide.
And that's his only
That
game.
is true.
Who's talking about that? Who's saying that, dude?
right
Stop
now?
that, bro.
And that's his only
Stop
game.
that, bro. Yes, exactly. Stop that, bro.
But
If he can't do it, he can't do it.
I'm gonna be real with you. If I'm the
Brock
49ers,
Purdy, they got Mr. Irrelevant.
how about this? If I'm the 49ers, I'm not getting rid of Trey Lance for Brock Purdy. I'm sorry.
I've seen it.
We're gonna hold on to him. Of course, we're gonna hold on to him, but
they haven't even seen what they traded up for him so much. You're just gonna give him away before you really even get a chance to see what he can do.
Do y'all listen to social media, or do you listen? Chicago Shanahan said point blank. I mean, I watched the video myself. It's on. Go look it up. Kyle Shanahan himself said next year, Trey Lance and Brock Purdy are going to compete for the starting job. That doesn't mean the loser leave a town match.
Yep. Can I even say this?
Mr. Irrelevant versus the number 3 overall pick competing. Can
I even say this? So, like, when everyone's like, well, Anthony Richardson reminds me of Cam Newton, and this player reminds me of Josh Allen. You didn't say that, but I'm saying people have. And that's the problem. There's a reason there's only one of those players. Because that's how the league is. When you have a special guy like that, you can do a lot of things. That doesn't mean that Anthony Richardson is going to beat Cam Newton because he can run like Cam Newton. I've seen Cam Newton carry a team and beat Alabama in a championship game. You knew he was going to be the chosen number 1 pick. Anthony Richardson's played 13 games, and the only thing there is for him is upside, hope, potential. But there's potential in all these other quarterbacks as well. I'm just saying I don't think he fits what Reich is looking for, in my personal opinion.
Dude, seriously, bro. I think Cam Newton. I think Cam Newton take Ted Ginn. I mean, Greg Olsen. He's a stud, of course. Greg Olsen's a stud. I think Ted Ginn. What was his name? What was the other receiver's name?
Jericho Cotchery, Philly Brown.
Jericho Cotchery, Philly Brown. Come on, Devin Funches, dude. I seen him carry a whole team to a fucking Super Bowl and lose because they fucking Illuminati. But besides the point.
Was it the best?
I cannot see Cam Newton. Like I seen Cam Newton win fucking 14 games straight in college, dude, and win a championship. And he beat fucking Alabama. He beat everybody, bro.
Yes.
Come on, man. I think Cam Newton do the same, dude.
Cam Newton was the only player out there to ever play football. Cam Newton threw the ball. He caught the ball. He run the ball. He was the water boy. He was the
You're not.
He covered
No, but you're not hearing what I'm saying, Pickle, though. But you're not hearing what I'm saying, Pickle, though.
Everybody all by his freaking self.
He was the
yes,
he did carry the hell out
but you're not hearing what I'm saying, Pickle, though. But you're not hearing what I'm saying, Pickle, though. Nick, I'm just saying that. Come on, man. Dude, if you're a great player, he's a great player. He was a great player. He was a great player. Dude, Anthony Richardson, I don't see it in Anthony Richardson. That's what I'm saying, Pickle. I'm not trying to fucking say that you don't know this, you don't know that. I'm not saying none of that, Pickle. I'm just saying that he's not that fucking player, bro. I'm just telling you that. I've seen him, and like I said, I fucking seen him play a lot of times, dude. And I'm not trying to say that, bro. I'm not trying to say I'm not. Come on, man. We're on the fucking Panthers podcast, dude.
But my thing is this, but what I mean, I think the point is if you have a premier talent at the quarterback position, then they can elevate the talent around them. And I understand if people say that they haven't seen enough of that from Anthony Richardson. I hear you. But to me, just because a player can't do just because a player hasn't done something doesn't mean that they can't.
Yes, but are they willing to give up a first-round pick for that? I want to at least see it before I give a first-round pick.
We're gonna have a first-round pick next year, and we're gonna have to spend this year's first on someone.
Let's waste it because we can get one next year.
Just because we used it doesn't mean we wasted it.
You better use it. It better be good. If it's a first.
Hey, one more thing. Al, I didn't
If
mean
it's
to
three
go off
firsts,
on you,
then
brother.
it's still
That's
a
not
bust.
what I meant to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're all friends here.
We're good, dude. I mean, I just don't. Go ahead, people.
Yeah. I just want to tell something. You'll hear me hype quarterbacks up. I'll say I like this guy, I don't like this guy. One thing I want to get straight: if this team gets a quarterback in this coming draft or free agency, I'm going to support that guy 100%.
Same.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to get up in here and cry and whine and boo-hoo because it wasn't the guy I wanted. I'm not going to tell you how bad he was.
Unless it's Baker Mayfield.
My quarterback.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, even if it's Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, unless it's Baker, but other than that, yeah.
Hey,
you're
listen, we laugh, but we do remember where our offensive
I
coordinator just
hope-
left from.
Wow.
I hope Anthony Richardson is good, bro.
You just had to ruin it, didn't you, brother?
Yeah, CK, there is no way in hell Baker is going to bring his ass back to Charlotte.
I sure hope David Tepper puts a stop to that.
Dude, Baker Mayfield would sooner burn down Charlotte than come and play for the Panthers.
Good. We would just soon burn him down for him to get here. He might have a vehicular accident on the way to here to Charlotte.
Yeah, I mean,
Pickle, make him the Wicker Man, huh?
Yeah.
That's an old school ass movie.
Have a vehicle accident.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, dude, we're gonna continue to have these conversations, man. And it's like I told Pickle. I know everybody's tired of talking quarterback. Maybe you're not, but these conversations, they're not gonna go away. And the combine is coming up here in a few days, dude. Yeah. We're gonna have clips of Anthony Richardson and Will Levis. And dude, let me tell you, if these dudes are 235 plus pounds and they run 4.4s or lower, dude, I'm telling you, their stock is gonna continue to climb and climb, bro.
It always happens.
Dude,
yeah,
but Cody.
Yeah.
Cody?
Yeah.
So I know you like quarterbacks who can run. You're talking about some, he's mobile, this and this and this. Yeah. So if he runs like a fucking 4.41 and can throw the ball 50 yards, like you want that dude like right away? Like, and even if he wins like 6 games last year.
Straight line game.
And that's why I think
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
And that's why I think CJ Stroud's going to fall because Bryce Young, Anthony.
Dude, I hope he falls off, bro, because he can fucking swing that bitch.
You know, he's going to be.
CJ falls to number 9, and we pick him. I will shed real tears.
It might happen.
Well, I tell you what,
time out. You'll shed real tears if he'll fall to number 9, but you're not willing to go get that bitch.
Nope.
That's
He not
insane.
falling to number 9. That's my point.
I think he would. I think there's a
You
good
don't
chance.
like first pick anyway.
Come on.
Think about this. Think about
This is for the first pick.
Yeah, and you know what? To be honest, G baby, you better be hoping. Like if I were you, I would want you to. Okay, shouldn't you want other NFL teams to think how I'm telling you to think about Bryce Young? Hey, he's too small. He's gonna get hurt. Because then, if they think that, then Bryce Young falls down to 9.
Bro, first of all, I've already seen what the kid can do on film, and this combine coming up is going to answer everyone's questions.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say, my friend.
G-Baby.
Once this combine
The
comes up,
combine's coming up.
yes.
All that shit talk is about to come to a fucking end.
If the players play in it, because some of them may not.
Will Levis ain't even gonna.
If
he ain't
Anthony
gonna perform.
Richardson or Will Levis go in that combine and they have horrible throws,
Who's the most?
They'll drop out of the top 10.
Who's the most
G-Baby,
combine?
just these dudes showing up. These dudes showing up 6'4", 6'5", and then you see Bryce Stroud 5'8", 5'7", 160 pounds. Dude, they're gonna fucking right away. He's gonna fucking start dropping, dude. Come on, man. Be honest, dude.
You know what? Anthony Brown said it himself. He said it in a clip. I think Cody played it a while ago. He said they need to be able to throw accurate passes. If not, he can play quarterback. If all you wanted him to go out there and throw a deep ball, you get anybody to do that. They've got to be accurate. So let's ask ourselves, Anthony Richardson, is he accurate enough? No. Is Will Levis accurate enough? No. They may be, but they're not top 10 accurate enough. So if they're sitting there in the second round, maybe, but they're not going to be. But
once they see that 40 time from Richardson, they're gonna shit a fucking brick, and they're gonna
and we're gonna see him start throwing some passes.
Oh, I want to believe you.
No. Once they see him stack up against a fucking goddamn D lineman, dude.
You're right. Kevin, you're right. Some teams will say, oh, my God, look at that 40 time. Yep. But the intelligent coaches are going to say, but his accuracy sucks. We're not going that route.
Hey, I wanted to
and the ego.
I wanted to play this video real quick. I shared this in the free for all chat, but it's hilarious and it's the truth.
You just fast forward to the draft. What are you so eager for? Gee, I don't know, CJ. It's only the night that my life's work pays off when I hear my name called as the number 1 pick. That's not why you can't wait for the draft. Who invited great value, Josh Allen? You're just looking forward to the draft because that means the combine's over and you are dreading the combine. I am not. Yes, you are, because you know once official measurements come in and you're 5'6", 110 pounds, that your stock is going to tank. Meanwhile, for a physical specimen like myself, the hype is only going to grow. Yeah, I don't think either of us are too worried about a guy who shit his pants every time he had to face a ranked team. But hey, at least you know you can light it up when you face Miami, Ohio, Youngstown State, or Northern Illinois. You guys need to be worried about me. Not it. Aren't you just the same thing as Levis? Underwhelming college production, but good size, high upside, all the other dumb shit the draft guys care about? Yes, but 2 things. 1, I can run better. 2, take a look at the Vegas odds for me going number 1. Vegas odds. Who cares about Vegas odds? Good Lord, you went from plus 10,000 to plus 700 in 2 weeks? Yep, and if this is already happening, imagine what's going to happen once we reach the combine, where athleticism and traits are the focus. This is ridiculous. What happened to actually knowing how to play football? You can't hit a dude who's 2 feet in front of your face while I've been throwing dots at Alabama for 2 years. How is this even a conversation? Yeah, if you put up great numbers at a top-tier SEC school for multiple years, you should be the number 1 pick, even if you are a little undersized.
With Stetson Bennett, boy.
His weak ass. Stetson Bennett is trash.
I'm taking Stetson Bennett over AR. That's and Will Levis. Y'all tripping.
Bro, I love that. And I love that. And I just felt like that was such an accurate assessment of
that's what I've been saying.
Quarterback class.
I am saying prayers. I am hoping and saying prayers that some fool somewhere takes Anthony Richardson, Will Levis, first or second overall.
These coaches have egos, man. They're going to be like, oh, I can fix that.
I hope they ask to, because I guarantee you, the what's the 3rd pick? I'm damn forget now.
The Cardinals.
Who? No, not the 3rd.
The Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
Cardinals and then somebody else.
They'll get 5 first-round picks from somebody.
Hey, Pickle, I couldn't agree more, G. I couldn't agree more, G. I hope these dumb motherfuckers come up and trade for Will Levis at AR, bro.
Yeah, that would be the trip right there.
Oh, man.
But dude, was that not hilarious? Shout out to that guy, man. That dude made a great video. I thought that was amusing to say the least, man. But
hey, let me ask you a question because again, I don't watch college football. Just don't. I watch the playoffs. What's the downside on Stetson Bennett? And I'm honestly asking.
Nothing.
I think it's age.
No, so hold on. Let me answer CK. So he's 5'11", 190 pounds. So similar to Bryce, kind of small.
Russell Wilson 195 coming in.
Now here's the deal. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Look. I'm gonna be honest with you. So if you're gonna hear people say that Stetson Bennett is not mobile, but if you go and look at man's film,
I told you that fucker's gonna run a 4.4, dog.
I don't know.
White boy fast.
He's fast. I don't know if it's a 4.4, but the dude has some wiggle, bro.
Stetson Bennett's got that white boy fast. I'm telling you.
He can move, dude.
He was also throwing the one receivers.
Right, but they said the same thing about CJ Stroud. Kev, like,
nah, bro.
Don't disrespect CJ.
CJ Stroud was out there making elite throws
against Georgia.
There's one thing I read a story about CJ.
Hendon Hooker, Pickles guy, Hendon Hooker shit the bed again.
By the way, no, look, I'm gonna pass it to.
Did you guys ever hear about CJ Stroud's story, bro? I honestly. Heavy, bro.
His dad went to jail, bro.
I'm not even trying to get into his personal business. So if y'all want to go, just go Google that shit and go look at his fucking family.
Tell us real quick. Let's tell us real quick, dude. Tell us real quick, G baby.
Just his dad, man, was incarcerated, man, and he still is, isn't he, Cody Lack?
That's
what happened.
I wanted to say I saw an interview with him. I think he's out now. I'm gonna have to look it up, but I did hear the story.
He's either in there or he just barely got out. But that's what's driven CJ Stroud to who he is right now. And I can just, that's that dog CJ. I like to see. That blue collar dog, like I like that shit.
I like shed tears was really because all the Ohio State fans, when we lost to Oregon, because I was at that game, his first home game. I was truly impressed with how he played, but everyone really shit on him because we lost. And I've just been the biggest believer in CJ since then. So being a Buckeyes fan and Panthers fan, if we drafted my guy, man, and if he fell, that'd make my year for real. I'm trying to see CJ.
I think the combine might make him fall.
Dude, I hope Kevin's right. I hope that PrizePicks luck is gonna turn into CJ. Dude, I want CJ Stroud to fall so bad, bro.
Like I can see it. I can definitely see it happening in certain scenarios.
I mean, the thing
that's tough is I watched
QBs real quick.
I watched that Georgia game, and I mean, he sold me on that, dude. The dude showed up and he played. They did not lose because of that guy.
Oh,
they should have won because of
he was the best player on the field.
It reminded me of Justin Fields.
And because of CK, that's a good point. I'm glad you said that, bro. Imagine if they do beat Georgia and he does go on and win a national title. We're talking a lock #1 pick easy for CJ Stroud right now.
Probably so.
He would have at least a much more detailed conversation about it, if nothing else.
Hey, G baby, I'm gonna be real, man. I like CJ better than Bryce. If the Panthers traded all that picks to get up to #1, I'm taking Stroud.
Cody's cooking.
I'm taking Stroud in that scenario, man. I think that he offers similar traits to Bryce, and I think he's a little bit bigger and stronger.
Yo, can I ask a question? Go. What were you gonna say, Cody?
No, I mean that was it. Go ahead.
So what about in this scenario? The Colts trade up to 1, and they take Bryce Young. The Texans take Levis, and then the third pick's looming. Do we trade Arizona to get that third pick and get CJ Stroud right there because you're looking at.
Dude, we're trading up anyway.
Hold up,
We're trading up anyway, dude.
You're looking at, I think, a pick swap and then a future first and second. Now that isn't 3 first-round picks. So yeah, again,
dude, we're trading up for a fucking first-round pick quarterback anyway. So I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's second, third, or fourth.
When you say it like that, no, to me that would be if you're gonna trade up for CJ, that's the best scenario in which to do it.
Yep.
Move
I
up with
agree. That's the best scenario, dude.
Move up with Arizona. But again, you're also depending that the Texans would take Levis over CJ Stroud, which I guess crazier things could happen. But I would much rather move to number 3 than I would move to number 1.
It's the Texans.
We're not gonna trade up for. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. We're not trading up for a fucking Richardson, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. I swear to God, I swear to God, we're not gonna trade up for this dude, bro. I swear to God, we're not gonna trade for this dude.
No one's trading up. The only
it's gonna be Stroud or Bryce Jones.
The only reason
Bryce Jones is too small, bro.
The only reason I was even mentioning Levis and AR is because those are the two that you would be drafting at number 9. You would never trade up for.
Let me throw a scenario out there because it's a realistic scenario. It's not really made up. It's realistic. It could happen. Let's say hypothetically that we trade up to the Cardinals, right? We got pick 3. We're going to wait for that one quarterback, whoever it is, Stroud or Young, to fall. That's what we're going to get. Draft day approaches. 2 minutes before pick 1 is announced, it's announced that the Bears have traded the pick to the Colts, and the Colts take C.J. Stroud. The Texans take Bryce Young. We're sitting there at 3. If we're going to take the quarterback, we got 2 choices.
We're taking Levis. We're taking Levis. We're taking Levis.
Hold on, let him finish.
Hold on, let him finish.
Levis is worse. Are you going to take Levis, or you're going to take the quarterback or somebody else? My ass, I'm taking somebody else. I'm taking that tackle from Georgia because I don't like Will Levis, or I'll trade back. I might trade back because I don't.
You don't like him.
Will Levis is worse to me. Will Levis is a 3rd-round pick quarterback.
Didn't they say
you don't like him? You don't like him. You don't like him. Tepper told you he liked him like 10 times already. He liked him, dude. He's gonna take him. You don't like him.
Correct yourself. First of all, David Tepper did not say he liked Will Levis. Rumor has it he liked it. And this rumor came along with the first or the second week of the season. That was a long fucking time ago under an entire different draft, an entire different coaching staff.
Yeah, they were all unsubstantiated rumors anyway. Like, you can't believe any of that shit.
Are currently working for fucking Nebraska.
And by the way, like, to go on what Pickle was saying, I've heard rumors that David Tepper liked Will Levis, but then the name I've been hearing recently is C.J. Stroud. Now you're starting to hear about Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson, the coaches love Anthony Richardson.
Season.
So rumors are going to happen.
There's rumors that they don't even want a quarterback. They're just trying to make smoke screens to get somebody to trade up.
Can I say this? To go off
right now, there's a lot of rumors that the Cowboys, that Jerry Jones loves C.J. Stroud and is willing to trade.
Dude,
trade their current quarterback to move up to get C.J. Stroud.
There's no way. That's not even logical, dude. That's not even logical, dude.
So
if I'm Dak, I would
your faith in these coaches. No, I can't even say.
I also heard that we'll find out the day before the draft what we're going to be doing.
But also, like, can I just say, I know y'all, everybody wants a quarterback, but Jalen Carter on our D line, that would be fun.
Oh, that would be trip.
How would that work with the 3-4?
That would be
I would think he would play in, wouldn't he? Wouldn't you put Jalen Carter at end?
Probably in a 3-4 defense, you might put him next to Brian Burns.
But that's the thing with the 3-4. Think about the 3 inside guys, or you're looking at kind of all D tackles and run stuffers.
Yeah.
You're trying to clog the middle so the tackles on the edge can get to the quarterback.
Right.
So, and going off what Pickle said, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't trade anything. I wouldn't have traded to the third pick. I would see how the first 2 picks fall, and then immediately call the Cardinals and be like, okay, well, if this is what we want to do, then this is what we want to do.
Absolutely not, bro.
Or
I mean,
what are you waiting for?
Have that trade with have that deal with the Cardinals. Let the Cardinals know in advance if the board falls, Bryce Young and then Will Levis. Let's get on the phone and let's make the deal happen.
Yeah, exactly.
If we want CJ Stroud so bad, why don't we just trade a number 1 so we don't have to worry about none of this bullshit, bro?
Because
G baby, wouldn't you prefer that scenario?
I would rather just go get my guy, bro. If we know who our guy is, just trade a number 1 and go fucking get him.
Right,
They
but okay,
know 100% who they want. Go get him.
But that's what I'm asking though, G. Like, okay, you would still prefer to have more draft picks and CJ Stroud, right?
I just want my franchise QB, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I prefer. I just want a franchise QB, bro.
I hear you, but it would be a more preferable scenario.
Fuck the picks, bro.
It would be a more preferable scenario.
Would you like Justin Fields as a quarterback, bro?
Y'all read that comment on the screen.
Would you like
what, that one?
Justin Fields as a quarterback, bro?
Hey, Al, hush a minute. Read that. Go back, Cody.
Which one?
Yeah, that one right there. Y'all read that comment. Y'all remember that last year? Last year, David Tepper went to school right up there with Pickett. David Tepper loves him some Kenny Pickett.
Yep.
Pickett was going to be the guy. Twan Don was on here once a week screaming at everybody. We didn't need to have a conversation about that because we was going to take Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, it sure was. Yep.
Kenny Pickett went to the Steelers all the way back. All right. So
and that dude
rumors are rumors.
No, come on, bro. Everybody knows you're not taking Kenny Pickett, though.
Because if you're David Tepper and you wanted to start some serious bullshit, because me and JG, baby, we like to start bullshit. Let's be real. All right? If we want to do some serious bullshit and we owned an NFL team, my ass to be all over Twitter who I liked. And none of the guys I said I liked. But I tell everybody I liked them. I tell everybody that I want to take Hendon Hooker with the first pick in the NFL draft if I was the owner of the Panthers. Knowing damn well I wouldn't do it. But I tell everybody I was going to. I'd put
you gotta get him thinking
my
different.
arm around his shoulder.
Yeah, you gotta get him thinking different. You know, get him thinking. And by the way, that's what time of year it is. Like, that's why I don't believe any of the rumors that you're going to be hearing in the next couple of weeks. Maybe some of them are true, but dude, it's misinformation season, dude. Like, they're all going to be putting out a ton of bullshit to get people to be thrown off the scent of what teams are going to do.
Remember Malik Willis was like number 1?
Yeah, dude, a lot of those dudes went to the draft because they thought they were being drafted in the first round. So, you know, it's like, we don't know. You just have to if the Panthers fall in love with a certain quarterback, then yeah, they're gonna explore all the options to get that guy. But be prepared because they might fall in love with an Anthony Richardson. I'm just telling you, man.
I'm waiting until the end of free agency to decide this.
Yeah, right. And free agency is going to tell us a lot more about
what's the difference between the third pick and the first pick? What pick was difference? Because I was telling Anthony this a couple weeks ago, if Anthony remembers, I told him this a couple weeks ago, if I'm giving a bunch to the third pick, and all I got to do is give one more pick and get the first pick, fuck it, I'm getting the first pick. That way I'm going to guarantee you that I'm going to get who I want.
Pickle, to go off what you said, like, hey, I'm not wanting to trade to the first pick. I've been saying I'm doing whatever I want to get my franchise QB. Exactly. But I'm also saying it in the perspective of a lot of these other Panther fans. You know, we don't want to give up that much, and that's okay because there's no guarantee of anything. But at the point in time, before I'll let you go to Sexy K. Before crap, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. if they trade up, that tells me they have confidence in a guy. I'm not gonna worry. I'm gonna put my faith in the coaching staff that we have.
Right.
Especially with those
I
guys.
agree. I agree, and that is a good point. Like, if I do like this coaching staff, I do. I'm really happy. I think they did an exceptional job. I agree. If they did move up, and that means that they're in love with a player, I'm gonna trust them. You know.
Yep.
But
my biggest, and I said it on Tuesday's show, my biggest concern is I personally, and again, you might be able to point out one team that you might be able to say did this. I have not seen a team succeed or be better because they traded up and gave away 3 first-round draft picks for a guy. I have yet to see it. Every time that it's happened, it has been the worst decision that franchise ever made. That's my biggest concern.
Yeah, I have no argument.
Yeah, it's a big risk, man. Because if you did move up and
Let's
you
be the
don't
outlier.
it, by the way, like if you did move up, and let's just say the player doesn't live up to our expectations, then any other move that you would want to make in the future in free agency or the draft, it completely hampers your ability to do so.
Wait, time out though. But like, if we're willing to give that much up for this player, that means we're willing to give them a lot of time and leeway room, unless they're Zach Wilson, unless they're that garbage.
Yeah.
But we're gonna give them more time than just an Anthony Richardson at number 9. And by the time we're done with our patience, we'll just have another first-round pick. So that's really why I don't get too caught up with the whole trades, because there's always the future. You know, you can't
Anthony
be
Richardson pick,
hesitant.
dude, I think I'm sorry to cut you off, dude. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I think with Anthony Richardson pick, dude, I think that with Anthony Richardson, and then because of the Cam Newton factor, dude, we'll give him like maybe 2 years instead of just like 1 year and just stop him. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do that, dude. We're gonna give him like 2 years, try to let him get going, type shit. But I just don't think he's gonna be that good, bro. Honestly, I'll tell you straight up, dude. I just think he's gonna be that good.
Well, I'm sure you've been wrong about plenty of players, so.
Everybody's been wrong about players. Dude, I found somebody, Sports Nut, drug up a tweet when I was like,
Zach
no,
Wilson,
I would trade up for Dwayne Haskins. I was liking Dwayne coming out of Ohio
You were
State,
liking
man.
Zach Wilson.
I will be honest. As a Buckeyes fan, I wasn't the biggest Dwayne Haskins fan.
I'm not gonna lie,
Hey,
yo. The biggest
R.I.P. Dwayne.
blow up I ever did in my life over a draft pick. Well, there's been 2 of them, but the first biggest blow up I ever did over a draft pick was when we just signed 3 linebackers in free agency, right? We had John Beeson. We just signed this guy named Dwayne Anderson, and we had, the first we had TD on the other side. They drafted this guy named Luke Kuechly, and I blew up. I started screaming,
same.
you dumbasses, we don't need a fucking linebacker. Moronic pick of my life.
So did I.
I was
I
kissing
wanted-
my own ass there right here.
But to be fair, I wanted Gilmore. He went
Oh,
after
Gilmore.
Luke.
Yep.
Do y'all know how much shit I took for fucking Baker Mayfield, man? That was terrible. Actually. Like, I took so much shit for that on Twitter and everywhere, man. Like, it was bad. But yeah, we all make terrible predictions.
That's what Twitter's for, man. You're supposed to give out your hot takes, and when they fall on their face, people bring them up.
You gotta take your medicine.
But on the off chance, when you win, you get to fucking flex all over people. And be like,
absolutely.
I told you, bitches.
And if you remember,
My
go back,
worst.
delete them Twitter later on that you fucked up. Just delete that.
Oh yeah, totally.
My worst take by far is Josh Rosen. I thought he was gonna be Joe Burrow before Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was the one that I was able, the one that I called, and y'all can go back and hear me say it on the podcast. I was so big on Justin Herbert, y'all. I wanted Justin Herbert,
and I wanted Teddy Bridgewater,
bad,
Justin
dude.
Herbert. So,
God,
He was projected to go number
Soft
1
sounds
the
to me,
year
bro.
before.
He's got talent. Like, he can throw deep passes, but, bro, that dude is soft to me, G.
No, he's not. He played with broken
No. Don't say that, G baby man. I live in South Florida, dude. The Dolphins wish they fucking had that pick back, bro.
Dude, Justin Herbert's got fucking.
Yeah, they wish they had that pick back right now, dude.
He's got
broke his ribs in week 2 and then
He's
waited
got a
till
great
after the
defense,
season.
and he still can't do shit, bro.
Listen, there's also I've
Yo, good defense. Where's the defense at? Where's the defense at? What? You got one pass rusher. You got the same shit as the fucking dog. You got the same shit as the Panthers right here. You got one pass rusher and like a half-back fucking safety, dude.
Your defense is trash.
I talked to Cody about this.
The defense is trash, dude. The defense is trash. You got a Santi Samuel. You got 3 good players. Samuel Jr. You have Bosa. Yeah, Bosa, and then you have fucking what's his name? Derwin James. Okay. So what the fuck else does make sense, dude?
James.
You have no linebackers, bro. Come on, man.
What was the change that they made this
Justin
offseason,
Herbert,
right? They I talked to Cody about this.
They got
a new hold on. They got a new offensive coordinator because Justin Herbert ranked like 28 in yards.
Kellen Moore, right?
Well, he's better than Joe Lombardi. I'll tell you that. They're using Justin Herbert like Tua Tagovailoa, and Mike McDaniels uses Tua Tagovailoa like Justin Herbert. So like you got to have good coaching to know what the player's strengths are. If they let him fling the ball downfield, if I was Justin Herbert's OC, I'd be in play action formation, just have him drop back and.
They also don't have the O line to hold up, and they don't have the receivers.
If you think Justin Herbert, if you think Justin Herbert had like Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, you think he can't fucking sling that bitch like this? He has fucking goddamn. He has Mike Williams. He has Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, dude. Come on, man. Stop that, bro.
But hold on,
These dudes just won like 15 yards.
Wait, hold up. And by the way, even Chargers fans will tell you this. Mike Williams and what's his name?
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen. They're not burners. They're big and they can go up and they can get the ball, but they're not taking off the top of the defense like like a Tyreek Hill is, like some of these other guys in the NFL.
And Mike Williams.
A lot of people have criticized the offensive coordinator for the Chargers, which is why they fired his ass. Because even though
Cody, that was my point.
Right, yeah. So even though even though he has such a big arm, his average depth of pass, Justin Herbert, was ranked like 29th in the NFL. He was barely ever throwing for just dinking and dunking all over the field. Every now and again, they would take the top off and open it up. That's not how you play a Justin Herbert type of talent. Like, you're wasting that type of talent. And by the way, why Big Jordan made
Cody, that was my point. That was my point, Cody. That was my point, Cody.
Need Ben McAdoo.
Yeah, but the thing about people forget, man, it took Cam Newton a little while to come on. Like, we're talking about Cam as this, and
he was Rookie of the Year.
No, I'm saying you're not hearing me. No, you're not. No. Let me fucking finish. Dude, let me fucking finish. I'm talking about after that first year. After that,
he's wrong, bro. He's wrong, G baby. He's wrong, G baby.
He's not wrong.
Hey. Y'all forget that I can mute people on this bitch. Like I'm in charge, bro.
Only the
but dude, no. Let me fucking finish. Yes, offensive rookie of the year, incredible year. Then Chudzinski, they give him the walking papers, he goes to Cleveland to become their coach. And then in those next few years, between 2012 and 2015-14, like they didn't put enough offensive talent around him. Now, 2013, he looked okay, and the defense was incredible. But that 2015 year, that's when Cam Newton finally put everything together. So it doesn't happen all in an instant. That's my only point that I'm trying to say.
They start winning games.
Cody, don't mute me though. Cody, real quick, don't mute me though. But
quit interrupting me. Then.
Cam Newton threw for 500 yards in his first 2 games ever.
But
I mean,
I'm not
only
talking about his
ever.
first season. I'm not talking about his first season.
It doesn't matter, though. I think it doesn't matter, bro.
The
Did
offensive,
fucking
no,
did fucking Dan Marino win his first two games?
the offensive
Did Dan Marino win his first two games?
the offensive
So what are you talking
coordinator
about,
in
bro?
2011 was very
So what are you
important.
talking about, bro? You're talking about what are you talking about? But did he win? But did he win?
Bro. You've gotta give him a second here. What he's trying to say is that he had a great rookie season, right? Did Dan Marino turn out to be great? Yeah. Did Cam Newton turn out to be great? Yeah. But he's also saying that in his rookie season or at the beginning of his career, he wasn't an elite quarterback in this league.
It
took him some time. That's what he's saying. You gotta
But
give
I
him an
didn't say
opportunity
that,
to
bro.
finish
But I
talking,
didn't
my
say that, though. I didn't say that, though, brother.
2011, Cam Newton had the perfect offensive coordinator to benefit his style, throwing the football and running the football. So, then we move things around. We do things differently. We bring in Mike Shula. And again, we miss on a lot of talent. It didn't have to take that long, I'm a believer of. But still, it did take Cam Newton a little while. That's why I'm okay betting on a prospect like AR if we did take him with the 9th overall pick. That's all I was trying to say. Let me fucking... You know what? CK.
Cam really didn't have no fucking weapons. He was elite his entire fucking career. Y'all are out of your motherfucking minds, bro.
I'm not slighting the Cam
Y'all
Newton.
must have fucking forgot. Y'all forgot. That's all that is.
But how y'all misunderstand the fucking shit that I say all the goddamn time?
Nah, Cody, you're right. You spoke a whole lot of facts.
Yeah, man, like,
Cody James Bradbury sucks. That's fucking blasphemy, bro.
I know.
Bradbury is
Bradbury,
trash,
dude.
baby.
God,
James Bradbury, Dookie water, bro. Quit
dude,
talking
you're
about
fucking insane, bro.
My
What are you talking about, bro?
Dude's in all
These past 2 years, if you're calling
Wait,
James Bradbury
how
a
we get
bum,
from
bro.
Cam Newton to James Bradbury?
Come on, bro.
Dude, let me just say this.
Hey, listen. We actually drafted Vernon Butler before we drafted James Bradbury.
Fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
God,
Who did Jaguars draft before they drafted Jalen Ramsey?
Imagine the entire Panthers. Imagine the change in that draft if we would have took Derrick Henry instead of Vernon Butler.
Yep. Hey,
what was the other draft pick where we took fucking Shaq Thompson and we could have had that other star? What was that? Shaq Thompson's draft, bro. Who was that other player?
2015.
Who was that other player in 2015 where we took Shaq and, bro, it was like 3 picks later. It was a fucking star player. Who was it, bro?
You can also blame Dave Gettleman for picking Kelvin Bojangles Benjamin over Devontae Adams when Adams literally said he thought he was going to be a Panther.
Yeah.
That was infuriating, man.
Oh, that's so disgusting, bro.
Hey,
think about Cam with Devontae Adams, bro.
Oh, it would have been so nasty.
God,
it's so painful to think about, though.
I know it really is, dude. That would have been the number one receiver that he desperately needed. That would have been like.
Is he with Cam Newton?
Is what?
Wouldn't Devontae Adams be with Cam Newton?
Yeah.
They're both still here. I promise you, bro. If Devontae Adams got drafted by Carolina, I promise you Cam Newton is still here. I promise.
Cam Newton would have had a reliable target. He wouldn't have had to take as many hits as he did and wouldn't have had the injury issues, in my opinion. Again, history's always easy to look back on and change it, but certainly could have been different.
CK, I don't know if you're feeling up for it, but there's a lot of sorry, shameful SOBs in the chat. You're feeling up to delivering some shame on these folks?
Hey, everyone in this chat is in the draft, bro.
Hey,
I swear, everyone.
Nope. We gotta shame some motherfuckers, bro. CK, talk to him, Big Papa.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, fans of the Carolina Panthers, maybe you're a fan of another team just coming to see what we have to talk about, maybe talk about the draft picks, maybe get our insight, maybe get some insider information about the Panthers, you've come in here to enjoy the conversation, but you haven't hit that like button yet. You haven't hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. So I have one thing to say to all you absolute freaks. Subscriber shame.
You're muted.
Subscriber shame. 120 people watching. Only 57 thumbs up. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. We're here every Tuesday night at 9, every Friday night at 7 p.m. for this show right here. And you know what? We are also brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks.com. Download PrizePicks today and play daily fantasy sports. And make sure to use the promo code C3 when you sign up. We got people winning money left and right playing daily fantasy sports, y'all. Get in on the action. All first-time users that deposit and use our C3 promo code receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. If you deposit $100, PrizePicks will give you $100. If you deposit $50, PrizePicks will give you $50. That's PrizePicks.com. Look, if you really want to be a fan and support the C3 Panthers podcast, get your ass on PrizePicks, man. NBA season is in full force. Man, you can put out stuff on CSGO, MMA, NBA, hockey. Dude, PrizePicks does everything. So shout out to PrizePicks. Use our promo code C3. And
Hey,
and
let
yeah,
me ask
man.
you guys a question real quick. Hey, is James Bradbury going to be a free agent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why the fuck wouldn't we just sign James Bradbury over fucking Jalen Ramsey, bro?
That's what I said.
What the what? That's a no-brainer. I
You have to
would
give up
James
draft picks.
Oh my god, bro! And a heartbeat. What? Y'all?
He's
oh
only
my-
good as a number 2.
All
Bro,
we need him
James
is a number
Bradbury.
2.
I agree.
I mean, luckily he has JC Horn on the other side.
Exactly.
Yeah, let me throw this out there.
That's
though.
what I'm saying.
not
CJ,
bringing
that's
guy
what I'm
Jason
saying,
Horn
dude.
to play
Why
Wait,
not
hold
bring
on,
James
time out.
Bradbury back?
Hold on, time out. Go ahead, Pickle.
I did read that Bradbury did state that he would be willing to sign with the team, but it wasn't going to be cheap, and it was going to be with a top contender. So
So we're
we
out.
need to remember that Bradbury wants a ring, and he ain't planning to go anywhere cheap.
Oh yeah, I forgot they have a choice where they can go. Oh.
Well, yeah. Just saying.
Where was
I'd
that?
bring him back to Carolina in a heartbeat, bro.
Thank you for pissing on my parade, Pickle.
That's what I do, buddy.
So,
By the
look,
way, if Jalen Ramsey gets traded, just know it's not going to be only $17 million. That dude's going to ask for an extension no matter where he goes. So just keep that in mind for all you Jalen Ramsey wanting to trade for him for 17 mil.
the projected deal for James Bradbury would be a 3-year, $51 million contract to bring him back to Carolina.
I wouldn't
How
mind
old
drafting
is
a
he? Is
third
he
rounder.
not like 30 years old or something?
He'll be 29 next year.
He's 29.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. You think it would be that
He
much?
too old, y'all. He too old, y'all. We can't draft him. He too old. Or we can't sign him. He too old.
Definitely can't draft him at 29.
Well, you could. It might be hard. It might be hard. I
No,
would
no,
throw this out there real quick
hey,
while I'm thinking about it.
hey, Jalen Ramsey, not Jalen Ramsey, J.C. Horn with Bradbury, and then you got Dante back at nickel where he's supposed to be. And that's when we run the nickel. That's not easy. That's the 3-4. You got the two corners. You got,
I still believe they're going to draft the corner eventually in this draft. It might be like second or
Dante
third.
don't play nickel. I hope Dante don't play nickel. Dante can't tackle good enough to play nickel.
No, Dante is the best tackler we have bro, Dante can tackle now.
I kind of agree with you, baby. I think like the past 2 years, especially early in the year, dude, Dante was flying around.
What happens
to Dante after he gets a little physical in a couple games?
He stubs his
He
toe.
breaks
and
down.
drops the
Okay,
season.
well,
We
that,
could
I mean,
easily say the
Dante,
same thing about
Dante
J.C.
loves that
Horn.
song. Dante loves that song. Let's get physical. Let's get physical. But he liked the 350-pound man and in his bedroom dancing to Let's Get Physical. He gets that on the dance floor and everybody like, no, we good.
I mean, no, I agree.
I
He
don't
has
respond to
he
that.
definitely he's got some injury concerns, but at the same time, I do agree. I've been saying on this podcast for a number of years, I would like to see Dante in the slot. I really would. I think he would be better suited there.
Time out.
I like him as a
Time
safety.
out.
I just don't want him on the outside. Go ahead, JJ.
We keep
Safety's
talking
another
about
idea.
Dante's injuries, but when are we going to talk about J.C. Horn not even playing 40% of his games?
He has
Like, I
broken
understand
bones.
he's a
That's different.
baller. He's an absolute baller when he's on the field. But again, he hasn't even played, not even 40%
He's
in
had
2
broken
years.
bones though. That's different.
Yeah, JJ, there's
And
I gotta go.
he's
but
not
I
on the
wanna say-
field.
Broken
He's
bones
not
and
on the
tissue problems
field.
are completely different.
Also, you can't put 40% on there when he missed his entire rookie season. He played what, 2 or 3 games?
He played 3 games.
Like that's the majority of that 40% is off of one season. When you have a 2-year and you know if
He
anybody who
missed, like,
does
5
anything
games this
statistically,
year, didn't he?
hold on. If you do anything with statistics, you know you take the outlier out of there, right? So that's like you can't do a valid sample size and use an average of 40% of the games
And then he
and
broke
have that
his wrist
justifier.
this year, though.
Freak injuries.
Like,
they're not like constantly injured.
we wasn't saying that about Christian McCaffrey, though.
Yeah, we were.
wasn't
I did it
saying-
first.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm
No,
gonna
bro.
I'm gonna
After
say
he
I'm
was
gonna
missing
say
time
this.
in his second year, we was calling him injury prone, waste of a
But he didn't break no
contract.
bones.
No, McCaffrey.
Alright,
Horn
that's
broke bones.
crazy. He's still not on the field for us, though.
He broke bones. That's
He's-
different from
He's probably our
tissue,
best
muscles.
defensive player. And
Tearing an
he
ACL
can't
is
get on
completely different from breaking your wrist, bro.
Who tore their ACL?
Didn't Jonathan Jackson tore his ACL, didn't
Nah, his Achilles.
he?
But
Achilles,
still.
yeah, it's still different from breaking a bone.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Oh, I was just gonna say I gotta go, but no, I think McCaffrey, like low key, they just sat his ass out.
Agreed. I don't think the majority of that was him.
Yeah, and many times you guys talked about it on the podcast, the Bridgewater
Especially his
year,
first season.
when we were in. I mean, there were times where it looked like he seriously got injured, but at the same time, I think they kind of felt like there's no point in playing him because.
I'm sorry, Anthony. Real quick, I didn't know this. I'm just reading this. Benjamin Albright has stated that former Panther Deshaun Foster has received serious interest from the Rams, the Arizona, the Denver, and the Giants to come there to be running backs coach, but he has turned them all away and is staying at UCLA.
That's cool. Okay.
I mean, that's good. That's good. He's staying where he wants to be.
I haven't heard him. Has he been coaching or
But
something?
well, yeah, he's been a running backs coach at UCLA since 2017,
Huh.
and the director of player development and high school relations for 2 years prior. So I did not know that either. But
cool.
I just didn't know what he was doing, but I didn't realize he was actually coaching somewhere. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt anybody. So
No, I mean, honestly, we're about to get out of here. It's almost 10 o'clock. If everybody wants to give me your final assessment on the coaching staff, how are you feeling? Who's your favorite? And let me get what player are you looking forward to watching in this combine cycle? I'm going to start with my man, one of the 4 horsemen, CK. Who's your favorite coach, and is there a player you're looking forward to during the combine process?
Favorite coach, Deuce. It's just the dude just oozes charisma. I just can't get over the fact that he's now coaching here. But as far as the combine is concerned, man, I'm honestly interested to see these quarterbacks. I don't know that there's many other. Again, I'm not a college watcher. I don't know the ins and outs of the who's the best tight end of the class or the defensive ends and things like that. I rely on people like Cody and obviously anybody else in here who feels like they're a draft head. But I guess honestly, if I'm being straight, I'm really interested to see what Anthony Richardson does at the combine. Not that I'm like ready to like you say we're going to go out and draft him, but I feel like the dude's going to come out and just like kill it athletically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like we might see a DK Metcalf style draft from Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, he could definitely be the most talked about quarterback by the time it's all said and done when the combine's over. Pickle, who's your favorite coach thus far, and is there a player you're looking forward to watching in the draft?
So far, I really like our running backs coach Deuce. I'm a big guy that believes in power run game, and it kind of pleased me to the thought process that we're not going to get away from the run. I know a lot of folks really love that pass. I'm just an old school. I love the power run game. I always have, always will. That's my. And I really want to see the combine. I want to take a look at the quarterbacks and the defensive linemen. And I'm looking for a linebacker that's an outlier. I want him to take an inside linebacker that's close to 260 as I can get. Probably don't exist in this draft class, but I can hope.
There's a few. I know Bijan Robinson. I know G loves him. He's pretty big. There's a few good ones. Yeah. G baby, who's your favorite coach, and is there a player that you're looking forward to watching at the combine? I already know what player you're looking forward to seeing at the combine, bro. It's got to be Bryce Young, huh?
I think my favorite coach is definitely Josh McCown. So,
ooh, good pick.
And then as far as players go, obviously all the QBs. I'm honestly a big fan of the safety out of Alabama, man. What's his name? I can't believe I forget his name.
There's two of them. I think is Brian Battle, or the
No, not Brian Battle, but that dude's solid. It's the other one.
Branch.
Is it Robinson or what's his name? Branch. Is it Branch?
Yeah.
Branch. But if I'm gonna pull one player, it's gonna be Bijan Robinson, the running back out of Texas. I'm telling you guys, that dude's an alien, bro.
Yeah, he looks like a beast. He does for sure look like a beast.
We actually need a safety more than we need a corner.
But this is the thing. And I know Pickle. You've been paying attention to the not the QBs, the running backs, just through Twitter and whatnot. This is a very, very, very deep running back class.
Yes.
I feel like I could honestly say this is probably the best running back class I've seen in the past 10 years, bro. And I'm not over exaggerating. I'm not hyping these running backs up, but
I don't believe that they'll overpay for Foreman. I like Foreman.
No, bro,
but they will
I'm
not
telling
overpay
you,
for him.
there's at least 15 running backs in this draft. 15, and at least 8 of them can go in the top 2 rounds. I'm telling you guys.
No, I agree with both of y'all. I think if we're going to re-up, I think we're okay going to the draft in the later rounds or even in free agency, man.
Yep, I agree.
But yeah, I'm just a believer that you can find running backs pretty much everywhere. But next up, my man, White Chocolate Espresso. Tell me, man, who's your favorite coach and hire? And then is there a player you're looking forward to?
And there's this is going to be all South Carolina one. It's obviously Deuce Stanley. My dad had his jersey back when he played at South Carolina. It was a reversible jersey, actually. So it's burgundy on the outside, but if you flip it inside, it's all black. I'm still trying to find that fucking jersey, but I'm hyped on that. I love that fucking hire. Nice. And the player is we're probably not going to draft him, but I like him. Cam Smith. To me, he's the best in the league.
Isn't he going to run like a 4.2 or some shit like that?
The dude's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature. He's a freak athlete. And hey, by the way, Tony just sent me this on Twitter. How about your boys at C3 just passed 5,000 subscribers, baby? Let's go. 5,000 subscribers. Hey, man, we could not do it without y'all, the fans. We appreciate the hell out of y'all, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell every single time that the C3 Panthers podcast goes live, man. We're going to continue to grow this. We're here year-round, building this community, man. It's been incredible. And we got some great dudes here on the show, man. Imagine the Friday free-for-all without these boys right here, man. It would be a dull-ass show. So I definitely appreciate y'all, man.
Y'all know they just come to Friday free-for-all to see me and you, baby. Y'all know that, don't you?
I know, and y'all don't even fight no more. Now y'all are friends and shit. Like, what the fuck? This shit's weird, man.
Well, we just teasing y'all.
Pickle killed it tonight, man.
Hey, Pickle did kill it. Pickle did kill it tonight. He did. I can't lie. But yeah, y'all don't have to stop all that agreeing. That shit's weird as fuck, and I don't like it. So
we ain't gonna have a show if you guys keep on.
Yeah, I know,
along.
right? That's what people come here for, just to hear y'all bitch at each other. So, all right, next up, my man Anthony Picarello. This man's getting ready to start his own podcast, so be on the lookout for that. Anthony, we'll let you shout it out here when you got it up and going. But yeah, man, tell me a little bit about your favorite coach, and is there a player you're looking forward to in the draft?
Yeah, so favorite coach would have to be Evero, but I also like Staley. He's growing on me. He reminds me a lot of a civil Steve Smith. He kind of gives off that Steve Smith vibe. Yeah, like
same vibe.
Yeah, he was giving off that vibe when he was talking to Newton. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the quarterbacks. I'd like to see the linebackers too, the edge guys. I'm gonna look for safeties as well. If we don't pick up a safety in free agency, I'd like to take the Branch guy from Alabama. Like round two.
That's a first round player though.
Yeah.
That's a first round player.
You never know, man. So yeah, that's honestly what I'm looking at in the draft. But yeah, man. So yeah, I'm gonna bounce out of here, but it's a lit Friday, so you already know.
Appreciate you, Anthony. You're the man, dude.
Yeah,
and we'll see you next Friday as always, brother.
All right, keep pounding, y'all.
Yep. Last but certainly not least, my guy JJ. JJ, I appreciate you being with us here today during the free for all, man. What is your draft prospect or the combine prospect that you're kind of interested to see? And final time, who is your favorite coach of this hiring cycle?
It's on me, right?
Yep.
All right. The coach I am most excited for, I guess, have the highest expectation for, is Evero. I'm really excited about that. But the one I'm most hesitant about is Thomas Brown, honestly. He's coming from the Rams system. I have some expectations for him, but I'm also a little concerned as to how well he's going to do. So, and in terms of for the draft, I want CJ Stroud. But honestly, after that, either another pass rusher or a wide receiver, because I just feel like you could never go wrong with having another weapon on the offensive end. Players like that are always going to be immediate impact to the team and help you win.
There's a couple of good wide receivers in this class, man. Like I like Jordan Addison out of USC. I like Xavier Hutchinson out of Iowa State. That dude's a baller.
Quentin Johnson.
I like Flowers out of Boston College, but he's 5'9". That dude's shifty as fuck. He's small, but
everybody's saying he's the next Antonio Brown.
Is that the dude Steve Smith was talking about?
Yeah. I know you've seen that, Pickle. Yeah. I even like the dude out of Tennessee, bro. How do you pronounce his last name?
Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah, I like him out of Tennessee. So there's definitely some good receivers that we can get in round 2.
You didn't even mention the best one, which is JSN. So I'm gonna let you slide for now, though.
JSN. Oh yeah, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
We need a
Smith
safety so
was
we can
a
put
beast.
Jeremy Chin down the linebacker.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
the
You're
Ohio,
right.
Ohio State
Yeah,
receiver.
that dude's a baller too, bro. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's a good shit, JJ. Good shit, JJ.
Steve Smith made a comment on his podcast on Twitter about that dude, and he called Steve Smith out on it. And Steve Smith apologized to him on Twitter. That was dope.
Wait, he called out. Wait. Who responded?
What happened?
Steve Smith said he's more of a slot guy, which I hate that narrative. He is not just a slot receiver.
Yeah.
And Jason called him out on Twitter and said, I could play the outside too, but appreciate it or something like that.
He gave respect. He said it was his favorite player.
Yeah.
I hate that narrative.
I could find it if I wanted to, but I couldn't
Wait,
find
Steve
it.
Smith said that's his favorite player?
No, the other guy did.
No. But Steve Smith did own up to him and said, I didn't mean to disrespect you, brother. So
hey, you know who else is a baller? If you're talking about corners, there's a corner out of Illinois. His last name is Witherspoon. Don't sleep on that guy, man.
Can we get a safety so
whenever
we can
they
move
got
Jeremy
the
Chin to
unique
linebacker?
name, that's when you know they're gonna be a stud. They got the name factor and everything.
And Kevin, in a 3-4, I don't think Shin fits at linebacker in a 3-4. But he's going to be a joker guy. He's going to be a joker.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Pickle. Let me ask you this real quick, G.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with J.C. Horn? Is J.C. Horn staying at safety? He's too small to move to 3-4.
You mean Jeremy Chin? You mean Jeremy Chin?
Yeah, Jeremy Chin.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it was Thomas Brown. No. Evero said he was going to play the Joker role. Okay, he's going to be. He said he's going to be everywhere. He's going to see him at linebacker. You're going to see him at safety. You're going to see him at nickel. You're going to see him at a bunch of different formations and a bunch of different ways. So I'm curious to see how they use him. But don't be shocked if they don't pick up another strong safety. If you look at all the different areas where Evero or what's that dude that signed with Miami that taught Evero a lot?
Vic Fangio.
Yeah, Vic Fangio. If you follow them defenses, they often have 3 starting safeties on their roster for that reason, because they generally use one as a joker type guy. The Chargers have a stud strong safety that they use in the same way because the head coach is a Vic Fangio follower for the Chargers, so that's why they often have 3 starting safeties there too. So
I'm gonna give my coach and my player. Yeah. I know he didn't give an interview. Oh no, he did actually. I'm going with the OG himself, man. I'm going Frank Reich. Man. I love our new head coach. I love the players that he's been able to help bring to this organization. I love what he's building here. I already trust his judgment, and I'm really excited to see what he's going to be able to do with the Panthers. Now, my players that I'm looking forward to when it comes to the combine. So, Zay Flowers is number 1 because I'm interested to see if he's actually faster than the. I think Antonio Brown ran like a 4.5 something. AB wasn't like the fastest player, but he could always get open. I'm interested to see what his combine looks like. But to be honest with you, I'm ready to see what CJ Stroud looks like running the 40, man. I want to know what his 40 time is.
You better get ready for a 4.7.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like he doesn't really read fast to me though.
Bro, 4.7 is slow as fuck, dog. He ain't running no 4.7.
Josh Allen ran a 4.7. He's running all over the field.
Come on, bro.
He did. Josh Allen ran a 4.77, I think.
Do you know Jared Davis, the D tackle out of Georgia, ran a 4.8?
That's a defensive tackle, though.
Bro, that's fast as fuck, bro.
Yeah, he's also 300 forward. Yeah, he's also 350 pounds. It's pretty impressive.
That piece with that Jackson Smith.
Yeah.
And Jigba.
Yeah, I put it in the chat, by the way.
Send that to my Twitter. Hey, send that to me.
If anybody wants to.
Hey, Cody, thanks for having me on the show. I gotta head out.
All right, appreciate you,
Mahomes
JJ.
ran the
I'm
4.8
gonna
Have a good weekend. See you on next Friday.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, JJ. We'll see you next Friday, brother. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm actually about to get the hell out of here too, man. We did 3 hours and 12 minutes. It's been a full show. I really didn't even have much to talk about, man. We just stretched this thing out to a full ass show. Anything anybody want to say before we get up out of here? Anything? Anybody? Any peanuts from the comment or comments from the peanut gallery? Man, I find it hard to believe Kevin ain't got nothing slick to say.
Fuck you.
Yeah, okay. Good try.
That's
all right then. So that means we're at the end of this show. This is the C3 Friday Free for All. I have been your host.
Oh
Cody
yeah,
Lamb.
I got something, G.
Awesome.
Hey, I want to test everybody to so that the next free for all, let's all have our top 5 corners and free safeties coming up this Friday. Each person just have. That means you got to do some studying as far as the prospects coming up.
Boy, dude,
It's just top 5. It's top 5, people.
Say top 5.
like
top
that.
5. You know what? Shut up, G baby.
Just give me the top 5 prospects coming out of the draft. Just at corner and free safety.
I'll Google it. I'll go to somewhere and Google it.
No, I'm willing to do that. Bring your best corners and safeties next Friday.
Just bring your best corners. Let's go to YouTube, type the names, and watch some highlights.
Yeah, we'll talk them up. No, that's a good idea, man. We'll continue to do that going forward every Friday. We'll break down.
Because we got to start, like you were saying, Pickle, start talking about different positions. We got different rounds that we got to draft at.
I got that.
Yeah, no, I'm down for that.
You never know. We may draft a safety instead of signing one in free agency. You never know that.
I think we should.
Yep.
Well,
all right, boys. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Again, my name's Cody Lashley, co-host of the C3 Panthers Podcast. We're probably going to be doing a live stream, like a watch-along, when the quarterbacks throw during the combine. Me and Tony, yeah, we're probably let some people jump into the stream. We're not going to be able to share it on YouTube, because that would take us off. But we'll all be live watching at the same time, and we'll be talking about everything going on. That ought to be real fun.
I got to look up the times to see when that is.
Yeah, when does the combine start? What day?
The combine. Let me look up. Hold on. Kill some time.
Or he's a jolly good fellow.
All right, so let me see. On March the 2nd, that's when they're gonna have D linemen. So where'd it go? Dude, this website's trash. All right, March 2nd, 5 hours of live coverage. Defensive linemen and linebackers, that'll be 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. March 3rd, 5 hours of coverage. That's defensive backs and special teams players. March the 4th, will be from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. 7 hours of live coverage of quarterbacks, wide receivers, and
that's
tight
on
ends.
Saturday. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's on Saturday. So we'll probably do a show on Saturday. Yeah, and then 6 hours of live coverage. March 5th is the offensive linemen and running backs. So yeah, man.
Yes, you are, Danny. Yes, you are. You know you want to. Danny in the chat says he's not watching them running around in their underwear. Yes, you do. Well, that's the only time once a year I enjoy watching men running around in their underwear. Boy, that was fun. Forget I said that. Edit that part out.
Yeah, edit that part out.
I just realized what I was saying.
Nobody's watching this thing, right? This isn't live or nothing. But all right, that's it for another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All. My name is Cody, and I will be seeing y'all again real soon, probably this Tuesday. Till then, peace and love.
Go Star Trek Picard Season 3.
All right.